turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
kill! Godlike! Ultra kill! Rampage!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the ESL India Premiership September session of the fall season. Brought to you by Omen by HP, Zawi by BenQ, HyperX, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. I'm your host, Angela, and we have a lot of games coming up today, exciting ones, because this is almost the end of the online session of this phase, so it is going to be very intense. We also have the LAN finale that's happening next month in Hyderabad on the 14th and 15th, so if you're around Hyderabad, please do come visit. Today's games are going to consist of Clash Royale, Counter-Strike, and Dota 2. In Clash Royale, we're going to have Haseeb going against Deepak. In Counter-Strike, we're going to have Team Semperex playing the third person on the leaderboard as of now, Eternal Esports. And in Dota 2, drum roll, we're going to have Signify going up against Team Aggressive 5. And I'm really looking forward to that game because I know at heart I am a Dota 2 player and I do concentrate a lot on Dota 2. So I'm looking forward to the final game of the day. And I hope you guys are. If you do want to know who's going to win, who's going to lose, please stay with us. And if you do know already who's going to win, you can also add it in the comment section on the live chat and we'll definitely get back to you and let you know how that goes. But heading into the first game of today, it's going to be Clash Royale, Haseeb going against Deepak. Now, these two players haven't played against each other before in this final phase. They have played before in the other two phases, but not in this one. So in this phase, they are going to be facing each other for the first time. Deepak is having a little bit of a problem in the September phase. I should say that he did start off really strong. He came in third in the July phase. In the August phase, he ended up being the sixth on the leaderboard. But in the September phase, he's sitting at the way bottom right now at 0 wins to his name. He did actually win 2 games now that I've heard this from the back, that they did really win. He did win 2 wins, but it was against Ruben. Now, Ruben has forfeited from the tournament. So that also means that his victories were not counted. So right now, he sits at the bottom of the board and he's going up against somebody who's sitting right above him. It's going to be Haseeb. Now, Haseeb has been having a mixed phase too. He started off pretty strong in this tournament, but as September has come in, he's also faced a lot of major losses. He's also facing the losses because he does follow this common deck of his, which is the Golem deck, but that is not seeming to work for him. He yesterday also played against Jimith, and in the first 2 games, he was able to play his Golem deck, and he did even secure 2 wins. But in the 5th game, Jimith just outsmarted him, and he took the victory for himself, forcing Haseeb to be on the 7th position as of now. Now, if Deepak does win this game, today's game, he's still going to have to play the relegation matches that happen. So it's not really too much of a pressure for him, but he also needs to be very careful that once he enters the relegation rounds, if he does face defeats, then he's going to end up in the Challenger League. So he has to mark his position in the Masters League, and that is the most important part for him. He also needs to secure his place in the Masters League if he wants to play at the finale that happens in Hyderabad on the 14th and 15th. So this is an important game, I should say, mostly for Haseeb. He has been trying out different decks, but in the end, he always returns to his Golem deck. I've also found out that his favorite card right now is the, what's that card? The Electro Wizard card in Clash Royale. So I'm looking forward to see him play that card. While Deepak, on the other side, he loves the P.E.K.K.A card, which isn't really good if what's his name? If Haseeb decides to go with the minions. But I don't think they opt to go for the minions. So Deepak could play his P.E.K.K.A card and the Executioner card. So let's know what you think, how these drafts are going to fare out in the comment section. It will be really interesting to understand what your thoughts are also. Since I'm also pretty new to the game, it's pretty exciting for me to watch. I would love to know your thoughts about it. Anyway, so heading into the first game of the day, we have our caster Manoj Super Gola who's ready, and I will see y'all really, really soon after this game ends.
Make the ground shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another exciting day of Clash Royale casting, and this is not only exciting. This is actually the last day of the Masters League. After this, we have nothing but the promotion relegation matches, and we are here today. With me is Manoj Supergola, and we are very excited about this match between Mehudi versus Haseeb.
I understand Mehudi and Haseeb are playing, and Mehudi is in the danger zone right now. He's in the danger of getting relegated down, but Haseeb is sitting comfortably up there in position 4 or 5. But what I'm saying is, I think right now the relegation matches will be more exciting because Marin might be in them. Marin
will be in relegation matches, and this is a unit that we've been seeing a lot throughout this session of the fall season, which is the September session. What are your thoughts now? Super Nerf needs to come in. This tower is gone. What is he going to do to stop this?
Basically nothing, right? It's at 907 HP left. Like that's what's happening in each and every single game up until now. If you let the Mega Knight leap onto your tower, that's it. You can kiss at least half your health goodbye.
Yeah, a lot of damage comes down thanks to the Royal card. But what's it called? The jump damage that he does is 500 damage, and then after that he follows up with the 200 damage there. So a lot of damage coming down here. Haseeb off to a not so great start. Mehudi is trying to kind of save his face right now, and he's at the bottom of the table, I believe. And at any time, if any of you guys are confused on what's going on or where everyone stands, remember you can just go online to our website, pro.eslgaming.com/India, and then you can go into the fall season and then actually look at.
I'm gonna cut you off there because now we might just see 2 towers going down, and I think all that excitement has made you cough.
It was actually a sneeze which turned into a cough. It was quite a mess, actually. You saw on the left-hand side, because the sneeze was coming through, I couldn't kind of follow the action, but my mind was following the action. You saw what happened on the left. Miner followed by a minion horde there, doing a lot of damage and bringing the tower down on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, same thing, but he was able to defend it somewhat. The tower on the right goes on down as well. The game is even, but look at the health of the King Tower. That is not where you want to be in this case. He can just miner it down. He can
Balloon is enough, dude. Haseeb does have the Ice Spirit, but if he manages to bait it out and let a balloon go.
Yeah, there you go. Ice Spirit baited out. Balloon should be going down, but no, it's the minion horde coming down very hard and strong, and he doesn't have any units to take care of this. Lucky bunch of units that he dropped there. Miner distracted very nicely. 400 health still on the clock, and Balloon needs to come out and does count. Balloon comes out on the other side. Bola, what do you think?
So looks like Mehudi wants to play it safe because this has been very sloppy, right? Yeah, sure, he did a lot of damage to Haseeb's towers, but look at the cost to his own towers. He lost 1 tower too. Congratulations to Mehudi, he's won. He's played safe at the end.
Yes.
But it was a sloppy game, but props to Mehudi for beating Haseeb this way. Like he did manage to do a lot of early game damage.
Yeah, and that was game 1 in this best of 5. We have a lot more games to go. If we can have the standings by any chance, we can have a look at where these guys stand, and the standings are live very quickly. And you can see why Mehudi needs to make something happen here. He's really at the bottom of this. And look at Haseeb.
Oh, wow. So, okay.
One of them is definitely going out.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, and there's nothing Mehudi can do right now to get out of the relegation zone. He's 0 for 6. Everybody else has won at least 2 games. So I'm sure there's nothing he can do to get out of the relegation zone. But he can avoid having to play 2 matches.
Yeah, and but the thing is, look at this. This Mehudi is definitely, there's nothing happening there. And Haseeb still, this is his last match. He'll be at 7 matches. Mehudi also on the last match. if Mehudi, even if he wins this, he's not getting anywhere.
He's not getting out
And
of the
remember, 7th and 8th position kind of make it 7th and the 8th position are the guys that are going to relegation and promotion matches. Uh, Another thing to keep in mind is Ruben has actually dropped out of the Masters League because he has moved abroad to US, so he won't be continuing forward with this. So if we drop Ruben out of this, it literally comes down to Mehudi, who will have to fight for a spot from a Challenger League player. So I think Haseeb is fairly safe. This is the last match. Haseeb can throw this whole game and he'll still be fine. But that's only thanks to Ruben. If Ruben wasn't around, this Haseeb would have been definitely
in danger too.
In the danger zone. And 7th place is still a place where you want to be, because remember the challenger number 2 plays with number 8 first,
and then you play with the winner.
And then you play with the 7th. So whoever the challenger number 2 would have played Mehudi, and then the winner of that would have played Haseeb. You still don't have to play 2 matches. That's a good thing going in for Haseeb there. But again, all out of the window because Ruben is out of the tournament. Haseeb will go to 6, Mehudi will come to 7, and Mehudi will have to play 1 match to stay in the league, and the challenger players will come in there. But anyways, let's move on to the next game. We have a lot of games to go past. Score right now is 1-0 in favor of Mehudi. So next game going live now. Quite excited about this. We do see some changes in the units here. And we see a Hog Rider available. I'm a big fan of Hog Rider. Actually, I swear by him. The unit combination that he just dropped right now is my favorite combo to drop. Hog Rider, Frozen, still able to get 2 hits down. Yes, he does good fair amount of effort. There's no log here. This is going to cause a lot of damage, Manoj.
Not really.
Those bats turned around. Okay, I was not hoping that them to turn around like that. I was like, okay, maybe the goblins got them distracted.
So Mehudi has his Inferno Tower and Haseeb has his Inferno Dragon. Did we see a zap come out of Mehudi before now? Has it?
Maybe he did use a zap. I might have missed it. The point right now is the fact that there's a lot of low-cost units on both sides. They've not gone for any heavy things. Whereas Haseeb has the Lightning Strike, and Mehudi, guess what? He has a Rocket. And he's holding on to that. He doesn't want to show that right now.
Now, I'm sure Haseeb has sniffed it out. Because look at the unit composition, right? Haseeb is going for the Hog spam deck, right?
Yeah.
He wants to push his Hog as far as possible, wants it to get as many hits off onto the tower as possible. But Mehudi is not making any huge pushes. That means he's playing a chip damage deck. And if we haven't seen a minor poison up until now. So what is the other chip damage deck? He has a Rocket.
Yeah, he has Rocket, he has the Goblin Barrel. Look at that. Full value Goblin Barrel coming out. How?
Haseeb just says, screw it. I'm going to save my cards for a bigger push.
Haseeb's like, there's no way I'm going to relegation. Throw that game. But no, his cards are quite expensive at the moment.
Yeah.
And now his deck has become very expensive all of a sudden.
I think he was ready to sacrifice that tower because we are entering the double elixir time, and again, late game, his deck fares much better. Mehudi uses a Rocket, does damage to the tower, but completely whiffs it on the
He has
units.
the zap and he's going to use it right now. Yes. Get most value out of that Hog Rider, but still not able to take down the Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower versus Inferno Dragon fight. Ooh, and he hops. Yes, and he connects. This tower is going down. The 2 laser dragons there, Inferno Dragons there, completely wiped by that single.
That was a good trade though. Like that
Rocket, that 6 Rocket took out a lot. Like I think 12 elixir.
That doesn't matter anymore. Now all Haseeb has to do is make sure the 206 HP does not go anywhere. Make sure that he counters this barrel that he's about to get.
I don't think he's not going to counter. He's going to let it go. He's
Zap.
He's going to concentrate on the tower on the left, because that's where his big goal is. Look, 12, he's going to zap
Okay,
it
yeah,
out.
now he's going to lighting it, and there we go.
And game over should be coming out now. Yes, it does. Haseeb taking game 2.
Congratulations, it's 1-1.
Yes, 1-1 is the score. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the bottom of the Masters League. And we get to watch the bottom players duke it out. We've seen great performances from the other players. And here we're getting to see, it takes a lot to be in the Masters League, by the way. So
I mean,
skill
see,
is there.
you get money for every win.
Yes.
And then if you're on top of the leaderboard, you get even more money, and then you get flown down to the LAN event.
You fly yourself to the LAN event. But however, there's a guaranteed prize money for everyone who comes to the LAN event. And of course, if you're first, then you get much more.
Much more.
And I would.
And then you go take the check and dab on the stage, just like Arpan.
Arpan dabbed live on stage. And this is Arpan who had not shown a lot of emotion till that point. But the moment he got first place, he's like dab. Game 3 is going to be starting soon. My God, it's like started instantly. And let's see, what do we have on the board here? Some changes. Are there any changes? We see a baby dragon coming out and a minor point.
Haseeb is back to Golem deck again.
Yeah, it's memories.
Dude, he used the Golem deck like past couple of days, and it worked out for him.
That's nice. It's nice to see the Golem deck. And remember, the Night Witch is not around anymore.
I mean, she's around, but she's not as strong as she used to be.
Yeah. And now people have kind of stopped using it. And whereas Mehu, look at the units that he has. He's gonna sacrifice a rocket for this. Well played. What are your thoughts on the rocket on top of?
Rocket on top of an elixir collector is always a good idea. The elixir collector costs 6 elixir.
Yeah.
Rocket costs 6.
And look at the damage he's done.
Yeah, and then you do damage to the tower. So it's always a good trade. It is never a bad idea to.
I want to see that mortar play. I want to see that mortar go on the ground and do some serious damage.
It is going to be tough. If Haseeb manages to make the mortar target his golem, right?
Yeah.
That's end of story. Like his towers will not undertake any more damage from the mortar. And he has the baby dragon, he has the fast moving goblins, he has the lightning, he has a lot of things to stop the mortar from doing damage, especially since he has the EVs, right?
Yeah.
The mortar is going to keep retargeting things.
Yeah, there's a big push coming his way. Is he going to drop the Evis right on top? Yes, he does. Evis will lose his life. However, look at the distraction by the miner. Those minions are going ham on that tower. Look at the tower losing so much.
It's disgusting how much damage those little minions do, man.
Yes.
762 HP. It was almost at full HP.
Yeah.
5 minions came down, and that's it.
Is this the time where we'll see the golem coming down right now? Golem and baby dragon is the combination here.
Yes.
And the rocket goes. I think this is the time he has to put the golem down and make the push happen. Rocket sadly was not able to do some damage on any of the right or the left tower there. Golem.
Haseeb, let's do this.
Golem.
Oh, there we
The
go.
golem is finally revealed. Mehu now needs to know what needs to happen here. Baby Dragon should be followed up by this because the AoE damage that it does.
And we're going to see a lightning soon as Mehu puts down another unit, I'm guessing. There we go. Lightning.
These are the big plays right now. And Minion Horde is on the field. It's getting zapped. It's getting distracted. Lot of goblins on the floor, cleared out by the piece of log. And these Golemites are connecting on the tower, but not doing enough damage. Big push, not doing enough damage. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, if I look away, I'm going to miss this rocket.
Keep your eye on the game at all times. Mehu taking game 3, score 2-1 in his favor. And wow, quite a game. That golem deck not really working out for Haseeb.
Mehu has successfully managed to stop Haseeb from being in a good position to put the golem down on the board, right?
Yes.
Because we saw what happened. Haseeb was never in a good position to put the golem down on the board, and once he did do it, it was just too late. His tower was already at a low enough HP that one single rocket could finish it off, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and we got to see the demise of Haseeb in that game. And before we go into the next game, I would like to take this time and thank our sponsors, Omen by HP.
Zawi by BenQ and HyperX.
Yes, and this tournament is organized by the good folks at Nordwind Gaming.
That's us.
Yes, and we will continue to do so till these guys keep supporting us. We love their support. We love the game. We love all games in the world. And we get the privilege of doing Clash Royale casting. After that, we have CSGO casting and Dota 2 casting. A lot of exciting games. A lot of high ranking, CS, Dota, and Clash Royale games that happen every day, and it's all brought to you by Nordwind Gaming. But super duper thankful. We would not be able to do it without Omen, Azai, and HyperX. They make great products and they support great properties here. That one of them is the ESL India Premiership. And let's go into game 4 as we speak about how amazing these things are in life. And this is the game now. Haseeb cannot lose, basically. Haseeb has to win.
Haseeb has to win this. Like, if he loses this, that's it. End of the line for him. I mean, not exactly, because he's still safe.
Yeah, to win
But
this series,
today, yeah.
he has to make something happen. Changes on the deck. Mehu going with the 3 Musketeers. What do you think? Is the game balanced enough? I think we don't see the Night Witch at all anymore.
See, that's because it's the meta, right? It's going to keep shifting. Now we're going to in a couple of weeks we're going to see the Mega Knight getting nerfed. We all know that's happening. Like, let's face it, he's going to get nerfed because that's just too OP, man.
No, that was fine. Okay, he dropped on fairly good amount of cheap units. Knight comes out to tank the initial hit. Tank he does really well. The princess will be clearing out the minions. The tank really connects actually to the tower, and look at the damage he's doing. And the princess and the tower are just not enough to bring this unit down fairly quickly.
Okay, tell me now, how is that not overpowered?
It's princess. Imagine Pekka was there. It's still a fairly expensive unit, guys. Let's not forget about that. Boom. Actually takes the lunch. How is that allowed?
Oh, wow.
Okay, this is going to be value. Remember, this is 9 elixir unit, really just brought down by a
7 elixir unit.
Yes.
And he got the bandit before that, and he did tank the tower.
That is OP a bit. That needs enough.
Can't believe I'm saying it, man. I only got the Mega Knight like 2 days ago, and I've gained 300 trophies. One card, 300 trophies. That is clearly OP.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't get nerfed because I like him very much. And
he's
like
getting nerfed for sure. If you are a Clash Royale fan, you're going to see the Mega Knight getting nerfed very, very soon. Now, Haseeb, you see he has the Inferno Dragon. What's he planning to do with that?
Right now, he's gonna only use it to defend in case any big unit like Mehudi's Ice Golem or the Mega Knight come over. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Mega Knight going to lunge, however, stopped, and this Inferno Dragon actually choosing to throw that there, and Musketeers are not happy with their presence. Doesn't have a Mega Knight of his own who's going to jump on the Musketeers. There's still plenty of Musketeers on the floor, and they're going to cause a lot of havoc there. Haseeb losing a lot of core units to these Musketeers, and he held on long enough. That was quite interesting. But Haseeb I think he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, Haseeb pulled the trigger too soon, man. He should have waited just a little bit more before letting go of his Mega Knight.
Because 3 Musketeers are going to melt that tower right about now. This is game over. Mehu finally wins one game, and congratulations to him. However, not so lucky for Mehu because he still is at the
He just woke up too late, man.
Yeah.
He's just said he
remember, he lost to the 6 other guys and he beat 1, and this is the match in front of you.
Yeah, but these were some spectacular victories, though, and I got to give props to Mehu. If he plays like this for the relegation matches, I'm sure he's going to retain his spot in the Masters League.
We expect a lot from Mehu, by the way. It's not Mehu doesn't deserve to be at the bottom, of the bottom of the table.
Like, he is one of the veterans. He's one of the pros, right? We did see some spectacular stuff from him last year.
Yes, and we expect Mehu to keep performing. It's just that, do you think that the league itself that our veterans are having trouble keeping up?
I hope that is the case, man.
If you pull up the stats, even if they might not be updated, if you look at the old stats right now, if they show up on the screen,
if we can look at the leaderboard,
abracadabra, there you go. They've actually updated. You see Mehu now having 1 win 6 losses. Haseeb 2 wins out of and 5 losses out of the 7 game. Remember, in total, everyone has to play 7 games. There are a lot of matches left up top, but let's not forget 8-bit Mukul.
Honestly, I think
And look at Sushil.
Sushil Abhi.
Sushil, my God, he
He's
came into this league and he came in strong. And I'm expecting more and more players like this. Amrin kind of holding in there. He's lost 3, he's won 3. He's holding his weight in the league right now. He's doing okay. Ruben is leaving the league since he's moving to US for further studies. Jimit doing okay, has 9 points. So she's just destroying everyone. And he comes up in the block and be like, yo, what's up? This my block now. And Arpan, Mukul, remember some of these guys have won the LAN event last year, the last session.
In Mumbai, yes.
Yes, in Mumbai. And I wish everyone best of luck here, man. They need to make something happen. This competition is really heating up. This is the cream of the crop right now.
This is what I love about this, right? Up until the Mumbai LAN finale,
yes,
we thought the people that we already had in our Masters League were the best.
Yes.
There's nobody that could come up from the Challenger League or the Starter League and beat them, or even take a couple of games off them in a series.
Yes.
But here comes Sushi.
Yes.
6-0. 6-0.
Yes. And he still has 1 game left. I think most of these games are going to happen offline today. I'm just thinking how much talent is still left out there. That's maybe sitting in the Challenger League, or someone is sitting in the Starter League.
Maybe it's time to think about expanding the Masters League for Clash Royale to 16 players.
No. It is 16 players technically. In any case, that is all from us. This is time for us to go and hand it over to the CSGO guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the last day of the league. Tomorrow we start the promotion and relegation matches, so those will be exciting. But for today, we are done for the day. Thank you so much. This is Gautam Workaholic alongside with
Manoj Super Golda.
And it was a pleasure casting for you. And we'll see you tomorrow for more Clash Royale casting. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, and with 3-1 on the scoreboard, Deepak does secure his first win in the ESL India Premiership September session. And he does have a silver lining now because he also is still going to play the relegations, but there's always good to have a positive atmosphere before you enter into that. Meanwhile, Haseeb is going to be entering the relegation rounds that happen from tomorrow, so he's got to start preparing for those. Deepak is not the kind of person who's going to give up his seat in the Masters League easily. Coming up next, we have a lot more fun, but we're going to head into a short break as of now. And if you guys have missed out a lot of games that have already happened in the ESL India Premiership, all the fun, all the action, y'all can check it out on our YouTube channel. So you can even subscribe to us to get a notification when we go live. And I will be right back on your screens after a very short break.
up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud. We are the champions of the night. We are the champions of the night. Yeah. We are the fighting type, the ones that burn so bright. We are the champions of the night. Champions of the night. Can't tell if we're dreaming now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to day 14 of the ESL India Premiership September session of the fall season, brought to you by Omen by HP, Zawi by BenQ, HyperX, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. So we were going to have SemperX play against Eternal Esports next, but there has been going to be a stop for that because we have SemperX who are going to play the Taiwan Excellence finale, so they won't be able to come today. That means Eternal Esports back 3 points for themselves. Yay, good for them! But because it is the time of the final day of day 14, we're going to be showing you another match that's going to happen right now. It's going to be NASR Esports going up against Team Brutality. Now, both these teams are very well known in the SEA region. The NASR, of course, being among the top 20 teams in SEA as of now, and Brutality being from our home country and one of the most loved teams. Right now, Brutality do sit 5th on the leaderboard while NASR do sit 1st. So Brutality is looking to perform a little better than they normally do to make sure that they can defeat the powerhouse of UAE and maybe bag a better position before they head into the LAN finale that happens in Hyderabad on 14th and 15th. So let's get into the game really quickly with our casters from So Strong, and I will see you all after the game ends.
Champions of the night.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and fanboys, welcome back to the ESL India Masters Premiership, the fall season, and we are in the final phase of the tournament, which means that a spot at LAN is up for grabs, which is essentially the signal for all these players to let absolutely loose and hold nothing back, because it is the ultimate dream and goal of every player playing Counter-Strike professionally to represent their team on the big stage that is at LAN. The LAN will be happening during Hyderabad Comic-Con, I believe, sometime either later this month or early next month. I don't really know the exact dates. Anyway, it's Team Brutality, India's most beloved team, versus NASR Esports, one of the most dominant teams to have ever set foot on Indian soil. And the map is going to be Inferno, a map that NASR has been known to be extremely comfortable on. And NASR are going to be starting on the CT side. Brutality VC was pushing up side halls. He's extremely close to Nami, who is a very, very capable pistol player. It is looking like it is going to be an A hit, but nothing can be said. This is Inferno. As long as the T's have map control, which they do right now, they can either choose to go A or B, depending on how the round unfolds. And so far, it looks like Nami, he's not going to be checked. No one's going to check the close corner, and Nami is just going to line them heads up, and they will roll like there's no tomorrow. Very confident and comfortable pistol run coming in from NASR Esports. And not even a single point of damage being taken by NASR, let alone any casualty. That is as emphatic a pistol setup as you will see in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, NASR put the first round on the board. It's 1-0, and Brutality will obviously force it up. The thing is, there's nothing to scoff at when Brutality force it up, because they are one of the most capable teams on a force buy. I think if recent round win-loss records are to be taken, I think they'll be just as good on the force buys as they will be on their full buys, which is, doesn't speak the volumes about their confidence. And look at that, Juventa decapitating Breaker with that sweet one lead. Brings it down to a 4v4. The early man advantage that KitKat got was kind of nullified, but Venom dabbing away to glory and gets the facial reconstruction surgery in on KitKat. But there's Havoc with the M4, gets the immediate refrag onto Venom. The flashbang will not really bother anybody. Havoc, the lone custodian of the B-bomb site right now, needs to be careful. Gets caught peeking around the corner. Does get taken on. Havoc not really taking that much damage, and the bomb is slowly making its way back to the A-bomb site. They have left Pexer here just to mark, and I think Havoc has a slight idea. I think he spots out Pexer. Yes, he does, and gets the shot in. And now it's down to a 1v3 with this man, Juventa. And now he's just holding the corner, gets the tag in, pulls out the pistol, tapper away. Down goes Juventa. 3 players kept alive for NASR Esports, and pretty straightforward anti-eco coming out from NASR, I guess. Losing two players, it's okay. They were on the force by now. Finally, NASR can bring out the daddy's little trust fund guns, which is the MP9 we see here on Breaker. And he's known as the breaker of men, hopes, and dreams for a reason. And he's going to put that money-making machine to good use. I guess he's going to try and look to put that money-making machine to good use. Let's see what he does. Nade out. He's going to chuck it down. Banana. That's the usual affair. Oh, okay. Carry Bob picks up the first kill onto Waz. Breaker gets the kill onto Juventa. And Kit Kat, Carry Bob in the meantime finding Pexer, but Rix in the meantime out of nowhere getting 2 quick kills. Havoc knows that Rix is in apartments. And Rix will pick up the UMP, but Havoc just slithering his way in to Boiler like a coiled serpent waiting to pounce on his prey. But in the meantime, look at where Venom is. Venom is in Banana. He can actually waltz into an empty B bomb site and get the bomb down. That's $800 extra for Brutality. In fact, yeah, Venom will also manage to find an MP9, so he can actually get something done from this round apart from the bomb plant. Even if he gets another kill, that's an extra $600 for him. So it's not looking like a bad position to be in for Venom. That's a lot of extra money that Brutality will be going in with into the next round. Basically, every one of them will be around the 4.5, 4.6k mark, which means that not only will they have the armor AK-47s, but they'll also have a good amount of utility to play with. There we go. Venom mauling off his position is known, and they line up for him, but Havoc able to lay down the spray down, gets the kill. A very expensive round coming out from NASR Esports, and primarily thanks to that double kill from Rix. Beautiful pistol work there, putting that P250 to godlike use. And, well, NASR 3-0, but Brutality now, like I said, my math was a bit off. So each one of them have around $5,000 to $5,400 to work with, which means armor, AK-47s, and the full stack of nades to play with. NASR have their work cut out for them on this round. All right. Brutality. Pretty standard setup, but the 3-man push in down Banana, that is gonna be a bit of a problem. Rix rattling off a few shots, doesn't really land anything. Taking a spot of damage, primarily nade damage or spam damage through the smoke. Venom now gandering a peek, but Carry Bob is the one who's going to pick up the first kill. Over towards apartments and falls back unscathed. Not a single point of damage taken on him. Venom also having taken a spot of damage. He's down to 77 HP. Rix down to 91. Man advantage to NASR. This is beginning to look a bit grim. Look at that. Carry Bob spots out Buzz's head. Can he find the telling shot? No, he can't. Will dodge that flashbang quite deftly in the end. And we have Nami with the big green gun, the cannon, the zoom banger aimed towards Boiler, which is where Buzz will be peeking from. In a moment's notice, and Nami will completely whiff that shot. Breaker in the meantime finds Venom, but Juventa does trade him out immediately. And that's going to leave Carry Bob or Kit Kat, who get one kill. It's down to a 2v2 yet again. Havoc on the quick rotation. They do have a smoke. They have a couple of smokes to work with and a Molotov here to stave off this retake. Havoc is going to go spraying away like a madman, but Juventa will get the plant down. Finally, the rotation coming in from Carry Bob. It's a bit late. And Havoc just waiting for his teammate to arrive, his brother in arms, to help him out, to help him mount this retake. In the meantime, was okay, nice flashbang to allow Havoc to move into a better position. Spots out, Juventa gets the kill. Spots out, Was prays down. Oh, this is getting so dire for Was. Havoc's just gonna stick it because Carry Bob is marking that position for him. But okay then, doesn't matter. Carry Bob does get the kill. Has a kit, will have enough time on the clock to stick the defuse. 4 players going down for NASR Esports, but at this point, it doesn't really matter because they have money to go in for the buy. That one saved rifle can get dropped for Nami, who did buy up the AWP. But Brutality, because of the bomb plant yet again, and the fact that they're on the 4th round loss bonus at this point, which is $2,900, all of them can buy up. They're going to be slightly limited on the utility front, though. However, at least they'll have rifles and armors to take into this round. However, 4 players on Brutality are exactly on $0, which means that they are essentially bankrupt. So this is a must-win round for Brutality because they will have to go for the eco in the next one unless they want to armor pistol it up. That's the most that they will be able to afford going into the next round should they lose this. Harry Bob is spamming away the usual spam spots. I mean, this is apartments and side halls at the end of the day on Inferno. That's like paper-thin walls, and Carry Bob spots out a player, falls back, takes a lick of damage. On the flip side, though, Brutality haven't taken a single point of damage yet. That's a decent start to the round, but they are looking for the man advantage, the coveted man advantage to go into this round with, because so far that has eluded them. And Breaker with the UMP, that is curious. He is playing close banana. He's the lone defender towards the B bomb side. So that is gonna be hairy, but the bomb is making its way to the A bomb side. 4 players from NASR are waiting, and oh my god, Kit Kat! Someone just called Clara because Kit Kat seems to have toggled. The bomb, along with 2 players, are making their way to the B bomb site, where Breaker is the sole defender. Finally, help is on its way in the form of Kit Kat. There are no smokes remaining. Finally, the last remaining smoke does go down. It's going to come down to Breaker, but Kit Kat coming out of the smoke. But all of a sudden, they're falling like flies here. NASR in the blink of an eye, it's down to 3v2. Havoc and Carry Bob again, the remaining 2 players on that team. Rix is on the flank. Havoc might be aware of this. A kill did come in, but look at that. Carry Bob in from banana. Rix just playing the game of patience. And Havoc, that he's shaving crucial seconds off the bomb timer. Rix peeking around the corner, gets his head blown clean off. Now the retake has to come in on a hurry because there's very little time left on the clock. Down goes Carry Bob. Havoc left all alone. They're not peeking him. They are not peeking him. They know what this man is capable of. And Havoc should just retreat, but he will not. He does not have any other gear but 6th gear in his brain. Pexer will give that ever so crucial lobotomy onto Havoc, and with that, Brutality put their first round on the board. And like I said, it was a must-win round for Team Brutality, and not only do they win it with at least keeping 2 players alive, and that's going to break NASR's economy. That UMP on Juventa right now can be very viable indeed, and he can get some serious farming done with that weapon. Was just Molotov off banana to allow him to push forward and to stop the CTs from pushing. There's 3 players over towards the B bomb site. There's 3 upgraded pistols and 2 USPs, but don't count these USPs out in the hands of Breaker and Cat. Risky, again, one of those teams who have a very amazingly high win percentage on their ecos, but right now it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, because Was is just going to cut through them like a hot knife through butter. And with that, second round on the board for Team Brutality. The sad part for that round was that Juventa just found 1 kill, I assume, if I'm not mistaken, which means that a lot of farming potential there was wasted. I would feel that Juventa with that SMG should have been the one leading the charge. And what is this I see? Do I see the Pro 90 on the playing field? Of course I do. Kit Kat, why not? With the P90. This can get interesting. Okay then, Breaker, the wielder of SMGs and the destroyer of dreams, is going to be the one switching out the FAMAS for the P90. Curious choice, but hey, if it works, I guess. And okay then, does do a bit of damage on towards Pexer, but nothing to write home about. In the meantime, Havoc just chilling under shelter with a UMP. This is a crucial round for NASR. They can get very thoroughly reset if they do lose this buy. Nami with the AWP. Havoc with a glass cannon UMP. Now that is a buy I never thought I would see, but I think he did buy the AWP for Nami, hoping that he can change the complexion of the round with the Zoom banger. And can he is the question. There is a player at bottom banana was just trying to run distraction and running just interference so that a constant stream of misinformation can be relayed over to the... Oh, Nami! Handing Was a brand new haircut with the 50 caliber. That is a beautiful, gorgeous sight to behold. In the meantime, man advantage for NASR Esports. And Nami still holding a very aggressive angle with that AWP. His retreat can get a bit precarious if, well, I think it's Juventa here comes careening around the corner. He has the AK-47 to play with, but Nami is just too good right now. He is just too good, looking extremely strong, and the rotation will come in. The A hit is out in earnest. There is a player in pit that's going to be Pexer. Oh, the flashbang catching him squarely in the face. Breaker finds Venom with a P90, but Rix and Pexer hold strong, get the 2 required kills, and now Nami with the AWP on the retake. Kit Kat has retrieved the AK-47. He's going to come in from mid. But it is coming down to Rix and Hexer to try and hold down the fort. Rick's gonna get completely blinded. He hears KitKat coming in from shelter. And he's gonna peek out, but Nami's right behind him. There we go, 1 kill. Now he's down to a 1v1. Nami does have a kit to work with. That flashbang not really gonna bother him. He's gonna stick it. He's gonna stick it. But there we go. Pexer peering around the corner, gets the really important and crucial kill, recovers the AWP as well. And NASR Esports is money. Like I said, they really needed to win that round purely because of the amount they had invested in the previous round. And unfortunately, they don't come out on top. They do take 4 rifles off of Brutality, but the crucial point right now isn't to do economic damage, which they are doing consistently. The previous 2 rounds that Brutality have won have come down to a 2vx and a 1v1. So essentially, the economic damage has been done, but NASR really need to get a grip on their economy first and then start dictating terms to the Brutality economy. Otherwise, the game and the map is going to run away from them. We do see Baker having disconnected from the server. We hope he's back within the allocated time so that the game can commence without any undue, unnecessary pauses. Well, so far, Brutality are showing some gumption and some determination. They're not merely just, bending over and falling over like corpses in front of the phenoms that are NASR Esports. They are taking the fight to NASR, although it remains to be seen how Brutality just, counter the unmitigated and unadulterated aggression that NASR bring to the playing field on their T side. Their CT side on Inferno, NASR especially, has never been that impressive in my opinion. It has always been very reactive, not proactive. Very rarely do we see any aggression coming out from them, but when they do, they almost always win the rounds. So interesting to see NASR being overtly passive, especially considering the fact that they've had a gun round where they've had a very limited buy. I would expect some aggression coming out from them just to get that map control, deny their early information. But whoa, look at this. 4 HE nades on NASR Esports. That kind of tells me that we're going to see a beautiful celebration of Diwali either towards T-Ramp, through Banana, or mid, or both. Well, let's see how the cookie crumbles with the utility usage, especially the nades. Nami, the first one up mid, he's going to chuck it down, and he's not going to find anything. In the meantime, the other players do chuck their nades down mid. Oh, Breaker just dabbing his way to his death. Pexer gladly obliges by smashing his face in with a 7.62 round from the automatic Kalashnikov 47. In the meantime, KitKat, the floor is lava for him. Havoc rattles off a few shots with the Deagle, realizes that the B-bomb side is completely bereft of any CTs. But okay, Carry Bob, they're just going to trickle in one by one like lambs to the slaughter. Nami taking a ton of damage from Juventa. Juventa is hungry for the kill. Spots out Nami retreating. Havoc with the Deagle. The B-bomb side has been relinquished, and I think Risky or NASR in this case will just look to save. And Breaker has dropped from the server yet again. I think there's some technical issue. The game will be paused during the next freeze time. All right. Doesn't look like Brutality are really interested in going for the hunt. It's rather half-hearted, this attempt. They're more or less content to let these two players save whatever investment they have going into this round, which is nothing for Nami and a single solitary Deagle for Havoc. Havoc, though, is going to feel a bit adventurous and try and find a pick or two himself, but he's not going to find anything. The bomb's going to go off, and Brutality will tie up the score. And lo and behold, Breaker is back. He has $5,400. So we will be seeing a buy coming out from them. And KitKat for going the rifle for the utility and the kit. A brave man is a man who takes one for the team, and KitKat is one of the bravest of them all. All right, the double op setup, the two zoom bangers in the field of play, Breaker and Nami. Breaker, a very good secondary opper in his own right, and Nami is one of the most phenomenal oppers in the South Asia region I have seen till date. So, with both these men wielding the big greens, it is a force to be reckoned with. However, the thing is, being as passive as they are and as little utility as they're bringing to the table, as I say that, Nami opens things up with a glorious flick shot onto Juventa. And there's Carry Bob playing his usual position close towards apartment balcony. And it's a 3-2 setup. As vanilla as it gets, as passive as it gets as well. But that early aggression, that early peak, means that NASR don't really need to do much for the remainder of the half. They just need to ensure that they play the numbers game correctly and just get the trades as and when required. Otherwise, they're going to be in for a world of hurt. Doesn't matter, Vaz is just going to come careening around the corner. Not really going to check any angles. And okay then. Havoc getting burned to a crisp, but Breaker there. Venom is just going to walk out mid and find himself executed by Havoc, and that's the bomb down. That means now it's all down to Rix. The AWP gets Breaker. That's one op being taken out of the equation. Oh, Rix missing an uncanny shot. Havoc, having retrieved the AWP, is holding the line, but there is Carry Bob who has made his way back, and Havoc is gonna put an end to Rix's shenanigans. And NASR put their 5th on the board, and most importantly, they keep, I think, kept 3 players alive there. No, 4 players alive, which means that they can actually drop a weapon for Havoc and have a pretty good buy coming into this one in terms of the utility. And we see that 4 kits, all the full stack of nades, everything going for them. Both NASR and Brutality are more or less evenly poised in this round. The only difference being that Nami and Breaker have the dual ops being taken into this round as well. And what will we see? Okay, then Nami needs to be careful. There's one player just around the corner taking a lot of damage, and Nami missing an easy shot, but KitKat does get the spray down, but there is a player hot on his pursuit, and that's going to be Rix. He gets spotted out, and he does get the kill onto KitKat. It's a 3v4. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 players on the A bomb side. The bomb slowly but surely making its way towards the B bomb side. Rix getting spotted out. Rix is going to get the kill. That's the 2nd kill for him in the round. It's a 2v4. Ladies and gentlemen, Rix is internally bleeding at 5 HP, but Breaker and Carry Bob, AK-47 and the AWP, not the best weapons to mount a retake with. And look at this, Juventa on the flank, spots out 2 players. He's just going to relay the information. He's already poised for the flank, and they know exactly where they're coming in from. Breaker with the AWP, can he get anything done? Gets 1 kill, feels that there's someone on the flank, guesses right, but misses the shot. And that's the difference, ladies and gentlemen, between a primary and a secondary opper. Nami would have landed that shot 11 times out of 10, but Breaker missing one of the most crucial shots of the game. And with that, well, NASR find their economy on the doldrums yet again. And look at that. Clearly a telltale sign that NASR have been playing Indian CSGO for a very long time, because force by time. Alrighty. KitKat. Gonna get a bit adventurous. He's gonna rattle off a few shots through the smoke, try to do some damage onto the players of Brutality, but not really gonna connect with anything. They've already unloaded their entire kitty of nades. Their utility is shot, completely gone. But oh, KitKat, realizing that the smoke is fading, doesn't want to face the AWP that is out on Rix. And Rix spots out KitKat jumping like a crazed Diglett. And KitKat isn't going to tempt fate any further and is going to fall back. A rifle on each site. That is what NASR have to play with. Okay, Havoc getting flashed in by his teammate. Perfect flashbang. Caught the player. That is Venom in apartment squarely in the face. And Venom is displaying his NA nading skills. And we do have Carry Bob manning the fort here from pit. It is going to be an A hit. It is looking like it's going to be an A hit. It's a very good call because there are 2 players only on the A bomb side. And the first one falls like an absolute pillock. And Carry Bob gets 1 kill, but immediately traded out by Pexer. The retake will be very difficult indeed. I think that these guys should just save their investments. But it is well, NASR slash Risky we're talking about, they have no reverse gear. They're just balls to the wall, always pedal to the metal. But there we go. I think, yeah, KitKat realizing his folly, realizing that there's literally no coming back from this position. 4v3 retake on the B bomb site, a very difficult task, and they are going to save. Nami getting found out by Pexer in the meantime. Breaker just trying to get some exits. Will walk into his crosshairs, gets one. Can he get another? No, he can't. Rix with the CZ ending Breaker. That's the lone survivor now, KitKat. And Brutality will make their way out of this round with 3 players kept alive along with the AWP. Well, Brutality managing to sneak in a lead on the T side on Inferno, and they're primarily being able to do this because they've kept a vice grip on NASR's economy going into this game thus far. We have had 11 rounds of Counter-Strike. We're going into the 12th, and NASR are on more or less a full eco. And it's going to come down to KitKat to make some hero plays, and he's going to go really aggressive in apartments. He's already pushed up. Will they be expecting this amount of aggression coming out from NASR? And Carrybob is baiting perfectly, and oh, KitKat spots one, spots two, lines them up, gets so much damage down on both the players, gets 1 kill, but that's all he can manage, and Havoc just getting caught playing plant in the bushes. Not really the ideal position, and was just decapitating 2 players in a row. Venom gonna come jumping around the corner, channels his inner Mario, and gets the kill on a Breaker, and that's gonna leave Carrybob all alone. He can retrieve the M4 though, so he's gonna try his best to try to keep a hold of this gun and not let it go, because their money isn't that great, to be very honest. They have $1,900 on on most players. Havoc will be sitting on $4,000 in the next round. They're going to get 2,400 for losing this round. It's going to be the 3rd round loss bonus only, and they don't have much of this half remaining, so they're going to have to make the most of a very paltry buy coming into the next round. And that's primarily because of the reckless force buying that NASR have been doing round in, round out. They've dug themselves into a hole which is pretty deep and pretty what's the word? Well, can't find the word, so pretty difficult to climb themselves, like to dig themselves out of. Anywho, Brutality confidently put 7 rounds on the board, keep 4 players alive, and well, at this point, talking about their economy doesn't make much sense, because apart from Waz, everyone is looking pretty good. They will be comfortably able to buy into the next round, and like I said, it's a pretty paltry buy coming out from NASR. They have managed to put a couple of nades on the board. That's, again, primarily because of the fact that Breaker has opted to go for the UMP instead of the M4s. And yeah, again, so Inferno. So most would believe that Inferno, like the old Inferno rules apply. By that, I mean that Inferno is a primarily CT-sided map. That is, however, no longer the case. Inferno is basically an economy-sided map. As long as you can manage to keep a control on your opponent's economy, you can win either half. Either the T half or the CT half, doesn't matter which side you start on. And Havoc is going to have a lot of action thrown his way. Oh, getting completely blinded, but the aggression just doesn't come in. Havoc is going to play on the edge of that smoke. He's going to go pushing it. He is a brave man indeed. Gets one, but unable to line them up, and gets traded instantly. Now that's the A defense being put under a lot of pressure, but Carrybob from Pit doing a masterful job staying alive. Gets 1 kill. Nami chimes in with another. And okay, Juventa does get the kill, but Nami finds Rix, and Juventa finds KitKat. That's going to leave Juventa in a 1v2. Nami still staying alive on the bomb site, allowing Breaker to come in and get the kill. However, the problem here is that NASR lose 3 players. Their money is going to be a bit stretched. Again, they won't have the best of buys, but it's a pretty decent buy. They won't have full nades on 2 players, but that's a slight trade-off for not having, you know, proper utility on multiple players, and the fact that they can manage to put 5 rifles on the board is also going to be a good thing indeed. On the flip side, Brutality have no worries. They can easily buy into this round. And well, the dot stop being called by both team captains, it seems that someone from Brutality had lagged. And now, wait, what? How? Okay, different bike coming out. Breaker had a rifle the previous time, but again, he's had to opt for the UMP so that he can get up all the utility. And look at that aggression coming out. This is what I was talking about. This is what they weren't doing. Oh, the nade damage coming in is absolutely huge. But the counter flash, Venom getting the first kill, Venom getting the second kill, Venom just lining them up. That aggression falling on its face instantly, and everybody's dead. Just Carry Bob left alive, and Brutality played that round to sheer and utter perfection. There is a player, Juventa, in apartments, but right now, okay, KitKat gets one kill. That smoke off is going to stop him, but Juventa is hot on his heels. He's hearing everything. He knows exactly what's up. He's going to relay that information to his teammates, and Juventa is going to go pushing the smoke. Oh, Carry Bob. Oh, unfortunate there. Carry Bob getting caught in the back. 10 HP. Will try his very best to survive, but there's a player hot on his heels. That is Juventa, who's going to spot him out and who's going to put him down. 8 on the board for Brutality. And they've come out on top on their T half. All right. Final round of the first half, and NASR have literally nothing to work with. It's just armor pistols across the board and a couple of nades here and there. Fast nade, bit of damage being done onto Juventa, but again, nothing special. Brutality shouldn't rush this. They should just utilize that utility that they have to their fullest advantage and use the range that their guns afford. And just as I say that, Juventa masterfully just slices KitKat's face clean off. And that's going to leave Breaker all alone on the B-bomb side with nothing but a CZ. Does have 2 full clips of bullets, but CZ, if you run out of bullets on your first clip, I think it's a 3.5 second reload. Essentially, you're dead. So you have to be extremely precise with this gun. It is not an easy weapon to wield. Only the most capable of players choose to use it. Oh, Havoc rattles off a couple of shots, but doesn't really get anything. In the meantime, Waz has made his way into the cubby. Breaker making a little bit of noise. Might have been heard out. Was just playing the game of patience. Not really making a move. He's a hunter, lying patiently in wait for his prey to come to him, rather than him having to actually actively engage with his opponent. In the meantime, the rest of Brutality are going to make their move. Breaker on the edge of the smoke, finds one, rattles a couple of shots through the smoke. And like I said, that 3.5 second reload is going to be absolutely devastating. In the meantime, Nami finds 1 kill. Rick's there to immediately trade, but Rick's Venom, very low, 1 shot each. Juventa has to be the one doing the bulk of the life saving at this point. And Havoc has smelt blood, and he will try and make something of this round. In the meantime, Carry Bob, the only player with any semblance of weaponry, he's going to try and get the kills. Oh, finds Rix through the smoke, but Juventa and Venom finding simultaneous kills on a Carry Bob and Havoc, respectively. And with that, Brutality end the first half 9-6. And Brutality set themselves up pretty well for a CT side wherein they only need 7 rounds to win the game. I mean, it's doable. On the flip side, though, NASR do excel on their T side. So Brutality have to play the CT side of their careers if they want to win this game. And let's not forget, folks, there is a spot at LAN up for grabs. So I'm pretty sure Brutality will be playing this half with their hearts on the table. Nothing's going to be left in the back burner. Everything's going to be put on the line. And rest assured, you and I are in for a cracker of a half of Counter-Strike between these two teams. That's NASR Esports and Team Brutality. Well. Brutality putting together a very strong first half. And the best part is there's no single hard carry. Everyone has pulled their weight. Hexer was both on 12 kills, Juventa, Rix on 11, Venom on 8. So it's not like there's one weakling link on this team. Everyone has contributed to this round. On the flip side, same can be said for NASR. It's just that they haven't been able to find the telling kills at the crucial points. So it's just a matter of finding those impact frags rather than just the frags. And NASR have been found a bit wanting on that front. So far, though, it's been a very good half for Brutality. The primary reason they came out on top, as I've already stated, is because they managed to keep such a tight vice grip on NASR's economy, never letting it build up, always keeping it under wraps and in check. And that is crucial on this new Inferno. It doesn't matter the side you start on or end on. It's all about the economy game at this point. And that is why I really love playing Inferno as when I'm playing as well. Inferno, Cash, to some extent, Mirage as well. The balanced maps, in my opinion, Mirage not so much, but definitely Cash, Inferno now. The more control you have over your opponent's economy, the better your chances of winning will be. Alrighty. Second half is underway. NASR really need this pistol round if they want to have an easier time of trying to mount a comeback. Nade's gonna come sailing in and Pexer. Whoa! Okay then, through the wall and in the face. Havoc and KitKat just okay, Havoc, calm down, brother. Single-handedly just annihilating that B defense, and Havoc's not done yet. He's out on the prowl. He's out on the hunt. He is not slowing down. We'll hear Rix coming out. Oh, Rix needs to be careful. So does Havoc. Rix extremely good with the pistols, especially the USP. At least he spots them out early, and Havoc is going to pay the price for his aggression. KitKat, I don't know why he's out in the open. There's no need to take the fight so early on. Just let them come to you. Be a bit more passive. There's no harm in that at all. And I like this crossfire over towards construction. Rix has very little that he can manage to do. And they know exactly where both these players are coming out from, so they can actually prepare pretty well. And they do have a kid. Rix does fire. Whoa! Rix finds two. It's down to a 1v1. Carry Bob against Juventa. Bomb has been planted though, but the timing is just not going to be there, it seems. Well, what is? Yeah. Bomb's going off. Juventa going to save that kit and take it in the next round. It's the best choice because he knows that they're going to be forcing into this regardless. So with that kit and the armor and the upgraded pistols, it just gives Brutality that little extra wiggle room in case of mistakes being made. But NASR, primarily down to Havoc's explosive entries into the B bomb site, just completely steamroll Brutality. Even though Rix tried to mount a valiant comeback towards the end, picking up a 3K, but it was just too little, too late. The bomb timer just running out, and well, the round going NASR Esports' way. And Havoc again, he's feeling hungry for these frags, but oh! Juventa, how do you miss that, son? How do you miss that? And Havoc relegated to 1 HP. 1 freaking HP. He should really be passing off that AK-47 to a teammate. He does that. Nami now wielding the rifle. In the meantime, was having picked up Breaker. Will save the UMP, and Nami's out from the hunt. Why not? They don't want to give any quarters to Brutality. They just want them to suffer for what they put NASR Esports through on their CT side, and they want Brutality to feel the same pain. But Brutality were giving them a lot of respect. They allowed them to save for a couple of rounds wherein they could have actually easily gone for the hunts and just taken the guns away from them. But it doesn't look like the hunt is going to be coming in. Okay, I was wrong. It is. And was. Here's this. There are 2 players out on the hunt, but unfortunately, both of them are the rifle players. They need to be careful. KitKat and Nami zeroing in on was position, was looking away at the long time, was getting spotted out, gets one. It does get immediately traded, but that's one rifle taken out of the hands of NASR Esports. But now, I mean, Breaker can take out the MAC-10, the UMPs can go on a roll, and they can just do some serious farming. They can start playing Farmville in a game of CSGO for this round at least. All right. Kit Kat with Daddy's little trust fund gun spots out Juventa, decapitates him, spots out, well, Venom gets killed by Nami. And Was is going to make his way towards Coffins. Kit Kat's going to come rounding the corner, and Kit Kat is going to find the kill. In the meantime, Rix has made his way up mid. Havoc is marking for it, but he is fairly low. Needs to make his way out of here. Otherwise, he could get sprayed down. But Havoc playing it smart. They're just playing ring around the rosies right now. Rix and Havoc. The proverbial dance of death. Who's going to come out on top? It is going to be, well, NASR for the most part, because Breaker is going to get the kill with the SMG, so that's extra money in the bank for him. A lot of kills going the SMG's way. 2 for Kit Kat, 1 for Breaker. So pretty decent amount of farming done. And Breaker and Carry Bob will decide to run with the SMGs for this round as well. Makes sense. There are 2 players without head armor. And the utility on Brutality fairly low. They just have 4 flashbangs, 2 smokes, and a Molotov. So a fast play can be on the cards for NASR Esports if they want to. Because, well, Brutality don't really have the utility to hold them off. And frankly speaking, the goal would be to try and reduce the distance between the players with these SMGs still in play. And look at that Breaker just bombarding up mid. No care for his self-preservation whatsoever. A little bit of spam coming through the smoke. And interesting smokes. I think that's the smoke for Moto. The side. And oh, Juventa, they're not going to check arches. Juventa does get traded though. Oh, the nice counter flash bang. But what a shot from Nami. The 8 defenders have found a kill. Nami finds 2. Nami finds his teammate as well. Nami is not going to care whom he shoots. But that is going to come back to haunt him. Nami shooting his teammate Breaker. And, well, then getting shot in the face by Pexer. 10 rounds to Brutality. But NASR have the money. And Brutality really don't. They lost 3 players in that gun round. So Venom is going to have to take 1 for the team. Goes for the utility buy with the UMP. But yeah, NASR Esports will be able to put in a very strong buy. But they need to win this round. They need to win this round and break Brutality's economy, which means that they can have a much more comfortable time going forward. But what? Nami's dead. Rix, the aggression paying off. But, well, the trade does come in. And in a 4v4 or an XVX situation, it is going to favor the Ts rather than the CTs. Juventa, they know exactly where he's playing from. Kit Kat needs to be careful. And Kit Kat has made his way into apartments. He has no chill. No one from NASR has any chill whatsoever. But Waz's position can be the linchpin in this round. He is playing the cubby towards Arches. And in the previous round, Arches was a position that was completely ignored, primarily due to the smoke off. And oh, Waz does a bit of damage, but does get shot in the face for all his troubles. And well, there is a B push coming in, and oh, Breaker. No, that was Kit Kat caught with a knife out, caught with his pants down. But that means the bomb can make its way, but Breaker needs to be careful. But Breaker turns around 180 degrees, and what a face punch with that AK-47. And well, now the bomb can actually make its way back to the A bomb side. It could be a double fake, essentially. But Carry Bob is just gonna go fishing for information, but I think Breaker should be relaying this information over towards his team. It doesn't matter. Carry Bob going to get the final kill on Juventa. And Brutality suffer the worst possible fate that they could after winning a round that is losing the immediate next one. Their hard reset. That means, well, 1, 2, 3. 2 players are looking at a double eco. Juventa and Venom won't even have the best buy in terms of utility. So maybe they force up, or do they go for the hard double eco? Yeah, looks like it's going to be the double eco card being played by Brutality. They've just gone for upgraded pistols. And now, well, the firepower from NASR can sing. That nade's going to go sailing in and does nothing to Waz. Hello, Valve, please fix your nades. In the meantime, Nami does find Juventa. Havoc in apartment needs to be careful. There's a player on his back, but does not matter. But Rix does get the trade. He's going to recover the AK-47 as well and makes his way back to the A-bomb set. In the meantime, Breaker has made a lot of ground towards Banana. He's gone into the cubby. It is a 4v3. Havoc and Men and Havoc and his team of friends don't really need to force the issue. They can use their remaining utility, that is, well, a couple of smokes and 4 flashbangs, to good use and flush out the remaining CTs from their hidey holes. But so far, it's an interesting rotation being called from Brutality, and it looks like it is the right call. All 3 players are making their way onto the B bomb site, and all 4 players are making their way onto the B bomb site as well. Whoa, okay. The boost coming in, and the boost going away. In the meantime, Venom finds one, but KitKat there for the trade. That's going to leave Wuz in a 1v3. He's going to go spraying away through the smoke like a madman. Does connect with one shot on the KitKat, but does get taken down in the end by Carry Bob. NASR 11, Brutality 10, and Brutality's money still not good. I would sincerely advise them to go for, again, a second eco. They're going to get $2,400 for the next round, so they can't be investing too heavily into this round, so no armor, mostly just upgraded pistols. And that should be the ideal buy for them. Because, to be very honest, if they invest more than what they can afford, they're going to be hurting going into their next proper buy round, which is never the desired outcome. Not really sure why Venom... Well, they have equalized the economy, so that UMP is just some added firepower, but without armor, that can be devastating. And Nami finds the kill on Rix, who was the only player with any body armor, and Havoc and Carry Bob just wreaking absolute havoc towards everywhere. Venom, though, will come peeking out with the UMP and will get instantly put down. Breaker, oh, okay then. Was surviving on 4 HP. But they know where he is, and Havoc with 19 is going to go out on the hunt. He's just going to be holding patiently. Oh, spots out Was up to the mark, gets the kill, and does some additional economic damage over towards NASR. Right now, though, NASR should just be looking to save these remaining guns. There's no need to go for the hunt and, possibly hand over more rifles to Brutality, or not just hand it over to Brutality, but just lose them in general. They want to keep as strong an economy as possible. Nami isn't looking that hot in terms of money. Carry Bob, though, is flush with $9,000. Yeah, the bomb is going to go off, and Carry Bob is just going to find a safe corner and wait till the bomb goes off. 12 on the board for NASR, and now Brutality will finally get a proper buy-in. Still no AWP for Rix, or maybe he chooses to go for the glass cannon. Remains to be seen what the IGL calls. Yeah, no, he's going to opt for the more conservative buy. Go for the utility and the armor and the rifle instead. The better decision, in my opinion. Utility, a crucial tool on any map on the CT side in Counter-Strike. Oh, the double nade's gonna sail over both the players aggressing Banana. Just Havoc and KitKat. Like, they take 7-5 points of damage, so nothing really dangerous. But Venom, again, playing the Nami angle, I like to call it now. And he's gonna get completely and utterly wrecked. Alright, KitKat finding both the entries onto the B-bomb site. And Havoc, again, gonna be very aggressive. That's a double smoke, a bit of wasted utility over there. Rick's gonna understand, gonna turn away from the flash, and he's gonna get spotted out. And KitKat's gonna get the third of the round for himself. Alrighty then, KitKat. Have a break, have a KitKat. And with that, in a flash, Brutality, the two remaining players, Pexer and Juventa, over towards side halls. Can't really do much, they're just gonna look to save. But the question is, will the hunt come out in earnest? Havoc, always hungry for the frags, and he's always out for the hunt. Juventa needs to be careful. Havoc on the edge of library. Will he find the kills? They seem to have an idea where the remaining two players might be. They're just clearing corners one at a time. Apartments getting cleared. And Juventa does get Breaker, but there is Havoc still around the corner, and Breaker will make it out alive. Both these rifles do get saved. But Brutality, they're going to go in with the force. Yeah, they are going to force it into this round. Okay. The op does also make its way onto the playing field. Should be getting dropped towards Rix. He is the dedicated opper. So all things considered, it's not a bad buy at all. And I think Was with the spawn for the Banana will go for the first pick. The The question is, will he be able to find it? Nami is not going to pick mid, and that Molotov is going to deter him from pushing any further. Oh, rattles off a shot. Does take some damage, so they know now that a buy is on the cards for Brutality. NASR need to be a bit more careful, a bit less gung-ho. But then that's not their style. That's just not their style. Look at how KitKat's clearing the corner. It's so glorious to watch a master at his craft employ it and wield it to near perfection. So for those of you in chat who are wondering what is an IGL, an IGL is the term we use for an in-game leader. That is the man calling the shots, calling the strats for the teams that are playing. So that basically not exactly the captain, but the main strategist. And Havoc in the meantime taking a spot of nade damage. That nade towards mid, doing a lot of damage. He's down to 56 points of health, and Juventa around the... Oh, his hand getting spotted out, and he's gonna get put down. That is a bit devastating, to be mild, and Pexer now caught between a rock and a hard place. What will he do? What will he do? He's gonna just chill in the smoke, gonna come pushing and gonna get absolutely wrecked. He gets his shit pushed in, but there's Rix with the 2K off Dreams, but there we go. The trade does come in. Again, it's a 3v2 retake situation. Venom and was hightailing it towards the B bomb side, but decent post plants coming in. There is one player in pit, that is going to be Carry Bob. There's one player in graveyard, that's Breaker, and one player playing from site, that is KitKat. So they have more or less all the angles covered. Venom is going to come rounding the corner very soon. That position is being marked like a hawk by Breaker, and that smoke, great smoke from Venom to allow himself some wiggle room. There we go. One position does get found out, but I think, yeah, the call to save has gone out yet again. They can't really justify it. The remaining players from NASR really need to make a move. Otherwise, they're going to die with the bomb. Venom. Oh, the luck of the Irish. Venom just escaping death by a hair's breadth. And NASR have put 14 on the board. Okay. Brutality's loss bonus and the fact that they keep saving these rifles, allowing them to buy into rounds consecutively, but they can't really, sit on their laurels and rely on loss bonus round after round. They have to be a bit more proactive, go for these aggressive plays, and get the early picks. They were doing that early game earlier in their CT side, and it was paying dividends. But now they've again taken the foot off the pedal. They've stopped revving the gas and coming back to haunt them. But Rix finally finding the opening pick on the Carry Bob. That's going to go a long way. But the A execute is coming out in earnest. Venom's going to put down that Molotov. But oh my god, Havoc has zero chill. He's going to push straight through it. Rix going to get taken down by Havoc as well. Breaker still in the smoke, just chilling in apartments. Do they know that Venom's still in pit? I don't think they're aware. Was does get the kill on an army. It's a 3v3, and Venom's position can be the absolute and utter linchpin. Yes, it is. KitKat getting Juventa, but Breaker. Oh, okay, Venom racking a shot off towards his own teammate, gets a second kill for the round. Venom has been an absolute god, and now it's down to a 1v1. KitKat versus Venom. Oh, Venom needs to be careful. That nade is going to go sailing in, and Venom, oh my god, down to 23 HP, and will get spammed through the boxes, getting put down. KitKat with the clutch, and with that, he puts his team on match and map point. And worst of all, Brutality are broke yet again. That's what I'm saying. Like, relying solely on loss bonus at this point was not gonna be the way out. They needed some aggression. They did find the opening pick, but then NASR's unadulterated and unmitigated aggression just steamrolled through that hay defense. And although Venom tried his best, oh captain, my captain, from Brutality, trying to lead by example, but there's only so much one man can do. Well, they tried, but it's still not over. It is Counter-Strike. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. And Juventa, none of these guys, Juventa, Rix, Pexer, Was, Venom, none of these guys know what defeat means. They are, well, the undaunted. But there we go. Opening kill finally does go Brutality's way, and Juventa also manages to make his way out safely. Does take a ton of damage, but the man advantage has been wrested from NASR, so things are already looking peachy. for Brutality. And now they can just play the numbers game, just play the trade game. Yes, they are at a weapon disadvantage along with a utility disadvantage, but oh my god, Havoc, have some chill, brother. Carry Bob is not gonna find the kill. All right, although again, a lot of damage being done was on 12 HP, but still the man advantage firmly in favor of Team Brutality. Bomb is still very near T-spawn. It's at the base of T-slope. And the B hit will be coming in. Pexer just marking that offish angle. And the B hit is gonna come in. Pexer should at least get one kill, and yes, he will. KitKat caught with his hands down. Pexer does one better, gets two. Now Havoc is gonna have to contend with Juventa, who, well, okay, that happened. Rix with the AWP will shut it down, and like I said, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, and Brutality give themselves yet another round to hold on to. NASR's money still good enough to buy into this round, but if they lose this, they will be in a bit of a tight spot. (15-11), NASR with a proper buy, Brutality with a proper buy. So again, this is a very evenly matched round, although the AWP is out onto Rix, was going aggressive into apartments. This is what I want to see. Was being aggressive. Havoc getting spotted out, getting spammed through the boxes, and getting put down. Was opening things up with a sweet 2K. And that puts Brutality at such a tremendous advantage, a two-man advantage so early on into the round. That's going to give so much breathing room. But Breaker is trying to make something happen. But Rix, what a shot from him. Fadeaway headshot with the big green. That is as juicy and succulent as it gets. Down goes KitKat. This is nearly as perfection. This is just too perfect. Too perfect. From Brutality. Where was this Brutality so far? Why were they so passive? All right, Nami does get one kill, but there's Rix. When he's feeling it, sit down, son, is the only thing on his mind. And he's gonna sit KitKat the hell down. Well, so Brutality should be going 13 rounds after this. That nade's gonna come sailing in and doesn't really bother anybody. That Molotov though might just, but then again, the thing is, you can never count NASR out of any round. They have won countless matches on buys worse than this, and that is their biggest threat, their unpredictability quotient. They can make something happen out of absolutely nothing. And it looks like a gung-ho YOLO B-rush is on the cards. They have bought significantly into this round. They still have a little amount of money. They will be able to buy up into the next round with the current state of their economy. But they haven't made any noise. And the fact that Brutality have again dialed down the aggression. They have no information, but finally, two more players are rotating. No, it's just going to be Waz who's going to be rotating, but can they make it in time? That perfect flashbang. Venom getting put down. Pexer getting put down. KitKat again opening things up, being the instrumental linchpin in opening up a bomb site. He's been playing like a man possessed on these entry frags. The nades going out. The site's completely been wrested from the control of Team Brutality. They have one Molotov and one flashbang left and two kits. It is still not undoable, but make that a 2v5 retake is so very dangerous and difficult, especially on the B bomb side. Does find one kill. Will get put down in Breaker. Knives Rix. Oh my god, that is adding insult to injury. And like I said, NASR, never count them out. They have won games on worse buys, and they do it yet again on a force buy. Just their sheer explosiveness being too much for Brutality. Well, like I said, Brutality did try their very best. 16-12, it ends in favor of NASR, or Risky, as they were called earlier. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys had a great time. I certainly did casting this map. This is Fet signing off, but please, before you leave, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Please extend your support for what ESL India is trying to do for esports in this country. They are doing a stand-up phenomenal job, and I hope to see you at LAN in Hyderabad, either later this month or early next month. See you guys and have a great evening.
everybody, and welcome back to the ESL India Premiership September session of the fall season, brought to you by Women by HP, Zawi BenQ, HyperX, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. I'm Angela, and we just watched a very, very interesting game between NASR Esports and Brutality. I mean, they were pretty much going head to head till the end of the game, and then 16-12 on the scoreboard, securing that win for NASR Esports and giving them the second position as of now on the leaderboard. About them right now, Entity Gaming do sit. So we do know for sure that in the Hyderabad finale that happens, the fall season finale that happens in Hyderabad on the 14th and 15th, we do know the 5 teams that will definitely be there and are definitely invited for this. It's going to be Entity Gaming who are going to be present. We are going to have Team Nasser who are going to be invited. Hopefully they come for it. We have Eternal Esports who are going to be also there. We have Team Scorchers who are going to be there. And finally, Team Brutality is definitely going to be there because they never like to be away from their fans, so I hope to meet them then. Alright, so this is going to be the last game for Counter-Strike today, and we may have more games further. I will just check that out as we be right back after this short break. everybody, and welcome to day 14 of the ESL India Premiership. We've already finished with the Clash Royale and the Counter-Strike games, but now we head on to the final game of the day. I would also say it's one of my favorite segments of the ESL India Premiership. It's Dota 2 time, and we are going to have Aggressive 5 going up against Team Signify. So now these two teams have had a very, very interesting ESL India Premiership journey. They haven't really lost any games. They are among the top two teams right now from India, and they seem to be doing really well. Recently, we did see Aggressify go up against Team Genesis, and they did bag that victory, taking down Genesis from that first slot that they were sitting on, the first place. So now Aggressify and Signify are looking to battle it out. The last time these two teams did meet, Signify did managed to bag a victory to Aggressify. I think it was in a different tournament though, but I've seen these two teams play quite often, and this seems to be working out into a very interesting matchup. Now, Signify is based in India, and Aggressify also is based in India. They are both filled with players who have been in the Dota 2 community for a very long time, and most of you all may even know them. The Team Signify does have players like No Chance and Crowley, and I'm looking forward to see how they perform in today's match. They did face a defeat against Genesis, but then Aggressify defeated Genesis. So this is a pretty three-way kind of scenario, and I'm looking forward to see how this match is going to pan out. Anyway, so that is going to be the final game of the day. So once we do finish Dota, we end with day 14. And if you all have missed any games till now in the ESL India Premiership, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. You all can also subscribe to us on YouTube to get a notification when we go live. We also do a Facebook Live. So follow us on Facebook, the ESL India page, and you'll be completely in touch with what's happening. Sometimes I do get these requests from people in the comments saying that, how do we register for these tournaments? Or how do we work this out? You can just follow us on all our platforms, and you'll be definitely sure to be able to register for all the tournaments that happen. Now, ESL India Premiership consists of the Starter Cup, they consist of the Challenger League, they consist of the Master League. So even if you're new to it, you can always try the Starter Cup and see how you fare in it. Because if you do fare well, you get a stepping to that Challenger League, and if you do perform well there, then you get to be in the Masters League, which is a respectful place to be. You also get to perform at all the LAN finales that happened. So anyway, getting into the final game of the day, it's going to be Dota 2 Signify going up against Aggressive 5. We have our casters waiting for us, and I will see you all right after this game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have been watching Signify for the rest of today, you will know that they're coming off of an absolute high right now, going up against Aggressive 5 now for the ESL India Premiership. I'm CloudX, with me Gambit, and despite all the Signify Dota we've seen today, this is also one of the big games that I've been itching to watch, man. Signify versus A5, possibly the new El Clasico of Indian Dota. What say, Gambit?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that it is. But a little bit of unfortunate timing on the game. Signify have been playing the whole day. They're pretty fatigued, I believe. And they'll kind of feel overwhelmed with the fact they've already qualified. So I'm not sure how much they'll put into this game.
Yeah,
I hope they put in their 100%, but it's hard for me to expect them to as well.
I agree. But to be fair, we were all under the impression that they'd have to play one more game anyway versus Happy Feet. But I guess since that's not happening, they've still got a best of one. So mentally, they were prepared for a best of one. But I think, like you said, because they've sort of got that feeling of achievement that they've done their bit, this could be their game to let loose, to have some fun, perhaps.
Yeah, I also think that Crowley is angling for a grudge match against Negi and co. He doesn't like losing to A5 for sure. So they kind of gave up a game to them last phase. So there is a bit of a grudge match. So they might still have something left in the tank, which they might want to pull out.
The motivation here for Aggressive 5 is pretty straightforward, though, right? They want to beat
I know
a
what
team.
you're going to say.
They want to beat a team that's just qualified for a regional quals of a Valve event. And on top of that, they want to be undefeated in phase 3 going into the LAN. There's no denying Aggressive 5 are already top contenders at the LAN. But, a win over here would just be icing on the cake and some insane bragging rights. I mean, if I was managing Aggressive 5's page, I would go all in and say things like, oh, you may have qualified for a Valve event, but that's because we didn't participate. Or something cheesy like that.
Yeah, looks like you're missing your dinner. Your masala dosage is a little low. I don't think anyone looks at it like that because everyone knows Signify played that day. So I have to give them some room in this.
All I hear are excuses, man. I mean, this is me talking as if I was A5's, social media guy. But yeah, I definitely poke some fingers and have some fun there. After all, they're all really good friends outside of the game, so why not?
Yeah. And so they banned the Venomancer, but the Viper gets picked up. It's been one of Aggressive 5's favored heroes, and as has been the Night Stalker, and they get their hands on both.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be some all-chat banter about that Viper pickup.
Yeah, and the Night Stalker. I think there's going to be all-chat banter no matter what the pickup is. So.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but exciting times up ahead. You've got a month full of amazing Dota coming up for all the Indian teams. You've got a big LAN coming towards the end of the month. You've got now you've got some SCA regional quals Dota to look forward to. There's going to be more open qualifiers, I believe. Next weekend also has an open qualifier. So
when are the open qualifiers? Let me just have a quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure for which tournament it is, but I was fairly certain that there were 3 back-to-back open quals, and we just got through the second one. So
when's the final in Hyderabad though?
That's in October sometime. I believe it's. I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on stream, but it's in October.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so Signify, Disruptor, and Slaughter coming out as their opening picks.
I also think this is going to be one of the last ESL India Premiership games for a while now, at least till the LAN happens. This is going to be the...
Is it?
Yeah. This is the last game for Dota 2, as well as for CSGO. There's going to be playoffs after this, but that's pretty much going to be the end of it. This is the last game for Phase 3 as well, right?
Okay, I see. Okay, so I just got an update that Happy Feet actually gave Signify a def win. I don't know if it's out of a good gesture to allow them to play this match or what, but either way, that's been resolved. Anyway, Puck's going to be the third pickup coming out here. Signify continuing on with their trend of a third pick Puck here. Should be Crowley on the Puck. We've seen both Extract and Crowley play the Puck today, so it's a very, very open pickup coming out for them. But it's a first for their Disruptor at least, and for their Slaughter for that matter. But I don't know, man. They're up against a Night Stalker and a Viper. Already a really threatening duo at that middle lane. I get the fact that there's a Slaughter to deal with that Viper, which makes some sense. But do you really want to, rely on a Disruptor when it's a Night Stalker just running around the map hoping to cause chaos? Maybe the Glimpse works versus him when he comes charging in at you.
I also understand that since No Chance has been on the 5 position for the last few games, this is probably one of the games where he takes the 4. Slaughter is his more played hero. I've not seen over on it, honestly. But they might have switched up the entire role completely. So we'll just have to wait and watch on that.
It's very likely that he just said, no way I'm playing Shadow Shaman anymore. And they said, okay, fine, we'll pick Disruptor for you. It's had like 4 games of Shadow Shaman today. But anyway, A5, what did they go for? Pasol, we know that he likes to pick up the Rubik every now and then. I wonder if this is a Rubik game for him. Or is it a game for his trusty Silencer?
I think Signify will have some fun with the carry. I feel like they're in the mood. Fun. Maybe, so it's Blizzard, right? What does Blizzard like to play that's a bit out of
TA,
the
man.
meta?
I mean, TA makes sense to a
Against
certain
Viper?
extent. Do a
And
safe
I-
lane TA again.
I think
I mean, okay, so of course the lane is terrible. Viper versus TA. Viper. has
Venge.
big
He really
advantage.
loves playing the Venge on the safe lane, but that's not something we probably see. Awkward is something Signify have been trying out, I believe, right? I don't know if you know
I'm
about
not too sure, man. I don't know about this actually. I don't think I've seen them play the Aqua, and I know that they ban it out every now and then, but I haven't seen them play it. Maybe a Meepo this game? Is Meepo a possibility? I don't know. if
Nocha's
Blizzard-
the only one who plays Meepo. Though. Extract plays a little bit of Meepo, but it's generally going to be Nocha. And he says, last time I spoke to him, he said this is not a Meepo patch.
Okay. Well, it's going to be the Underlord pick coming out, so I think that opens up, or rather clarifies some of the lanes here.
Boring
Should be a
stuff.
mid-block.
Boring stuff from Signify. Not what you wanted to see at the end of the day.
Come on, I don't think Underlord is boring, man. I do like watching Underlord games. And I mean, you've seen some flashy stuff coming out with those Dark Rifts, and they've really perfected the art of escaping with that Underlord. So
That's true.
I think they could make something fun happen here. It's a very scary lineup now that I look at it. I mean, it's a lineup that's got a lot of control. It's got ways to deal with the Darkseer and his Surge. They've got late game or mid game potential versus the Viper with the Corrosive Haze. What they are lacking though at the moment is a way to look at the Monkey King on the rooftops. I mean, I think Illusory Orb gives you flying vision, but it may not be enough at this point. And it's not like they can pick up a Tusk either way here.
Is this safe lane Monkey King though? I've not seen Pinkman play the Monkey King. Neither has Pasol play the Monkey King, I believe. So I think this could be a safe lane Monkey King.
I remember someone running a mid. Oh, that was Go Figure with Archmage that ran a mid Monkey King.
But that did not work out well.
Monkey. Yeah, this
That
doesn't
was a
seem like
horrible
anyway.
Monkey King of a game.
Monkey versus Puck is alright. I mean, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either.
I think Signify have a pretty good hold on Monkey King because they have Disruptor for vision, they have Slaughter for vision, they even have Puck who has flying vision. Plus, Underlord is not the easiest hero to take down, even for the Monkey King.
Yeah, that's true. Got a Witch Doctor Ben, so they are.
I'm not sure why they went for the Monkey King at all. You can't really gank the Puck.
Yeah, it's confusing. Lifestealer ban coming out, so they don't want to deal with Infestons. That would have been a guaranteed way to deal with that Viper. Last pick, aggressive 5. It's going to be the Pasol Rubik.
Yeah, so this is a safe lane Monkey King coming out from Negi here. I believe Negi's in the lineup. Who's offline? That should be Bocha, right? No, he's
No,
there. He's a 3-5.
Is that
That's
standing?
probably that's probably paddling.
No, yeah, it's paddling. But is that really paddling on his ID?
Yeah, otherwise, I would come a stand-in. They don't have any other registered player anyway, right? The other registered player is probably Vishal. I'd know if it was him because he'd be on our list, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have paddling on my list as well, so you can check. Yeah, he's playing in a tournament. That is paddling. Okay, it's a Phantom Assassin coming out, so Blizzard's going to get himself that PA. That's physical DPS versus the Viper, evasion versus the Viper, evasion versus the Monkey King, and it's as perfect as a pick as it could get as your 5th pickup.
So finally, Blizzard gets. I mean, at least Blizzard gets some respite. He doesn't have to play the same old heroes. Not the same for Crowley, X-Frag, and looks like. Oh, by the way, the role switch is real. Ova is actually on the 4 position permanent. I miss No Chance on the 4 position though. He wasn't. I don't know. He's good at both, so get to see all his cool new skins on the 5 position.
Signify. I like their lineup here. I definitely do think they have the stronger lineup, but
Yeah.
fatigue will be a factor. Aggressive 5, meanwhile, it's something new for them. The best part about this match is that without sounding condescending, it doesn't really matter. Because both these
No.
teams.
So honestly, if you win the online phase, you do get a certain amount of money as well.
Ah, I see. Oh yeah, of course.
It does.
But I believe there's like a match fee as well. So each phase gives you each game actually gives you a certain amount of money.
It does. But I don't. Can Signify even top the phase? Let's say they beat. No, I don't think they can. The difference is too high. So if everyone ends with 6-1, let's say even if Signify win, everyone ends with 6-1, right? And the difference with Genesis is pretty high. The kill to death difference. I believe that is the. Yeah, I believe that is the differentiating factor, because if you go head to head, then it's 1-1-1. Aggressive 5 beat Genesis, beat Signify, beat Aggressive.
Alright, but I guess it's a game for bragging rights, which is as good of an incentive as ever. Anyway, got an observer what plays down and some smack talk happening already, calling each other for movies and
Uncool,
such.
man. They called each other for movies. They didn't invite us. I was in the mood for a movie. Nah.
Anyway, smoke rotation coming out, A5. Looking for a pick off, and X-Drag is probably gonna get picked off here. His big booty just waiting to be picked up there. Yeah, he's done. Puzzle gonna commit the lift. That's first blood. A5 on the board already, and then looking to well, Owa's actually chasing a Monkey King in the form of a courier.
That's a pretty cool courier though. What is that?
Both sides, 2 bounty runes apiece. Gonna be a while before they pick up the second bounty.
Yeah, that's 2 each. Is this an aggressive try? Yeah, it is.
Uh-oh. A35 though. Not gonna be tagged with the crush. They'll just make sure that he can't get to the safe. There's actually no one in the safe lane because of what No Chance and Ova have done here. Ova, what are you doing? Just lifting his armpits and making him smell him. No Chance still running, but that's an Iron Shell pink pin with a Void at the ready. No Chance could be going down here. This could be the second kill in favor of Aggressive 5. He's probably going to look to deny himself to Rosh, but that's not going to be successful. That's a Boots first Night Stalker, putting A5 in the lead with a 2-0 scoreline.
Yeah, fortunately, A5 do manage to avoid the Negi versus Blizzard.
Oh, battling goes down to Crowley at the middle lane. So the green hero, the stuff of nightmares, has been taken apart. But there's no salve for Crowley to work with.
He's calling one out.
Negi is considering throwing the Boundless Strike there for the 4th Jingu Mastery stack, but now X-Strike can't really walk back into the lane. Uh-oh. Negi, he's picked up his boots as well. X-Strike's going to be very careful about sticking around in this lane. He's actually got backup coming in now. Rubik is there in the vicinity as well. They're going to start off with the Firestorm. No Chance has the Thunderstrike and a few auto attacks to work with. Negi doesn't look like he's going to die here.
Yeah, but Monkey doesn't have a salve, so now he can't approach the wave as easily as either. Let's see, get some heal from a Jingu.
Oh, a Thunderstrike tags him again. Yeah, Neji's got to go back to base.
It's just a level 1 Jingu anyway, so you just get 15% life. He probably has to go back.
Up top, Blizzard has himself a decent lane going on here.
I think they should switch up. I honestly think they should switch up and give Blizzard the 1v1 against the Monkey.
Yeah, I think that was the plan though, because they were anticipating an aggro try.
But they kind of spotted out the enemy lanes as well. So they should have made an adjustment, which they didn't. They knew what was happening and they didn't make the adjustment.
Blizzard not going to be able to get that pull off successfully, but his range creep will get denied though because of this, which is a big deal in itself. But here comes a wraparound. Pinkman with an Invis Rune, looking to go on Blizzard. Iron Shell on the Invis hero, double Iron Shell sandwich coming in here with the body blocks. Blizzard is triggered and is dead.
And Extract fell on the bot lane. I was watching that kill actually.
Down. Signify trailing 4-1, but at middle lane, No Chance trying to do some work on the Viper.
And finally, they've made the adjustment because Extract TP is on the top lane, which does put Blizzard in the bot lane. He already has the decent starting item, so he should be able to hold his own here anyway. Unfortunately, it didn't come with too much regen. That's going to be an issue.
Back at mid though, Crowley is slowly starting to get outpaced in the lane. Gonna have to use the defensive illusory up to jump up under
And what do
his
you do in this lane though? Like, how do you farm your bottle at all? Even if you have your bottle, at least you can go to other lanes, but even getting that is really, really hard against a Viper with a puck.
Yeah, there's really nothing that Crowley can do here besides just come in for the occasional last hit and
Yeah.
stay within
He can't
range
even
of
harass the Viper. He's going to take more damage than he dishes out.
Yeah, look at this, man. One auto attack on the Viper and he takes like 40 damage himself. Slow stuff so far. I mean, we had a bit of action at the early stages of the game and now things are starting to slow down, but it is the first night time, which is when the Night Stalker gets a little happy. He starts moving about, but 35 could be in trouble here. I mean, they do have a Blink Strike available on Blizzard, but no crits just yet.
Where has Slada been the entire game? I haven't seen him get some useful rotations done.
He's got one assist though.
Yeah, that was the kill on the bot lane.
Look at Pinkman, man. He's ready to fly over the trees and come for Crowley if he uses that illusory orb defensively. Crowley's just gonna play it safe and stay back up on his slope for the longest possible time. Even Pasol shows himself in the lane. Meanwhile, top, Negi gets himself that Jingu Mastery sack online, so he's got a big boundless strike at the ready if Extract comes back to the lane.
Yeah, it's gonna time out though.
Yeah.
Honestly, Signify looking a little bit lethargic because if you see the suppose they're just not doing anything. Like Ova has just been circling this part of the map. He's pretty much done nothing.
Yeah, he's relying on bounty runes every 2 minutes for now.
Yeah.
No chance of just being a protector.
Extract. Trying to walk through a shrine. I don't think he makes it.
He made it. Then the crush comes out as well. They have a bit of malice, waiting for the second target to come in, and then he connects with the firestorm on top of it. But Bigman continues to beat up on him. The crush holds him in position. Ova still pounding away on Bigman, and Extract comes in for the kill. Okay, then Signify just throwing salt into A5's wounds.
I think they're trying to go on A35 as well, but I'm not sure if Blizzard has the damage. And he wants to stick around next to A35 for a long time. Yeah, they don't. How's Crowley doing? You know, honestly, it's not as bad.
Yeah,
He
it's just
still has a
1,000
decent
network
amount of
lead.
last hits. But, you know, as a mid laner, some of your mechanics are kind of muscle memory. And every time you hit the Viper, you know you shouldn't have hit him, but you still end up hitting him when he's going back.
That's so true.
Because it's just ingrained in you.
So Pinkman gonna come back in here. He's got the iron shot upon him, but there is a creep wave next to him. So this is a bad idea, and he knows it.
And I hope we start getting some good FPL games in SEA. Because I believe that got integrated as well. There is a SEA in-house league.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. I believe the CDAC League is also kicked off, so there's definitely gonna be some high-tier SEA Dota matches happening.
So, no, the in-house league which is planned has been shifted to Face It, I think. That's what is happening.
Ah, okay, I see.
Wonder who's doing it though.
I mean, there are two SEA in-house leagues that I know of right now. One is the CDAC leagues, and one is a casual SEA in-house league. But the SEA in-house league isn't for pros. I mean, it's for anybody at all that doesn't want toxic teams. Anyway. Ova is just running around uselessly so far. This should be the death of Crowley finally though. Gonna run him down with the silence from Pinkman. Ova with his invis rune only comes into high five Crowley's corpse.
Where has the Underlord been?
Stalking Pinkman in his movements, by the way.
Extract, he's
Unfortunately,
been
he's
gone
not
on.
getting anything done. Okay, that's gonna be a fourth Jingu Mastery stack in just a bit. They have to lift as well. 4 stacks. A few hits and a boundless strike will secure the kill here. Negi gotta get himself some more money in his backpack. A5 off to a really rocking start, I have to say. And bottom A5, they're gonna keep 835 alive a little longer as well. The Dream Call dropped down from the puck. They're going in on Pinkman. Heavy commitment on it. There's no chance we'll take the kill. 4 heroes moving for a kill on the Night Stalker. Just at the break of dawn.
I think it's okay because since Crowley really can't do anything in his lane, so he might as well go to the other lanes. try and get
Yeah.
stuff done. He actually, since is he level 6 yet? No, yeah, he's just level
Yeah,
6.
he did drop the dream coil for that kill.
Okay, so Puck is a good hero to actually gank heroes like the Monkey King.
Paddling. Trying to make a move on over there with the TP on the front side from Pinkman, but one crush puts a stop to that and also reveals the fact that there might have been a ward watching him. Extra is doing fine on this top lane now. He's up to 2200 net worth and he's got Arcane Boots plus Infused Raindrop. There's 2 deaths. Unnecessary evil for him to keep farming, but at the middle lane, Crowley started to fall behind that Viper. Viper is sitting at 48 CS versus the 27 on the Puck. Over. Just running at paddling as if you're expecting him to get scared of him running at him.
That's the problem with the Puck though. Not a hero who can jungle. But he's gonna have to make it up with. He has a hailstone. Probably wants to make good use of it, but I don't think Viper is the target they should go on.
I think Monkey King is the target they should be looking for. He has a TP as well, and actually Blizzard that's getting active on the map now. He's smoked up and going along with the slaughter. Bottom lane has been left no chance to level up for a while. They're prioritizing the Static Storm. Oh, do they want this courier kill with the smoke? They're waiting for it on the way back, but for now they're going to keep their eyes on Negi, who's going in on X-Rag. Oh, the bait was real, and Negi will end up forfeiting his life because of it.
Damn, I was hoping they'd get the courier as well, but
Nope. Courier lives.
Yeah.
But a very crucial kill coming out on that Monkey King there. Slows him down and puts X-Drag in the driver's seat on the top lane again. It's also
No chance needs to be careful though on the bot lane. Might get caught off.
He's just panicking and sitting inside his trees now because his allies' positions have been revealed. Here comes Pinkman, but here comes the TP from the Underlord. There's the trap, along with a potential glimpse. No chance, doesn't have the mana for it now, so he can glimpse him back under the tower. The surge was there, but the glimpse wasn't. They'll let Pinkman go. Meanwhile, on top, Blizzard blinks away to a creep as Ova comes in with the crush, keeping Blizzard alive.
I'm still looking at this mid lane and I feel increasingly bad for Crowley, who's just watching the entire show.
What's Paddling going for though? It's a magic one thus far with power treads.
It's probably going to be Dragonlance.
Over top, Ova getting jumped upon. Lift is there along with Pinkman. It'll be Negi that tames the kill again. And Monkey King is asserting his dominance here still, despite the backup that he got from his teammates. I mean, they're trying time and again to pair up this Monkey King versus, the Phantom Assassin versus the Monkey King, but it doesn't work if there's pickups and his supports happening simultaneously. Here we go. Monkey King gets back into the silence. So much hate coming out on him. But the Static Storm is not going to connect on him entirely. He's got the Wukong's command laid out. He actually gets the kill on No Chance himself before dying to Blizzard.
Yeah. He was out there baiting out his ultimate, faking out his ultimate quite a bit.
Oh, could be lifted up here. The slows are coming out from the Phantom Assassin, but Soul is still going on the hunt here. He will juke him out though, as Ova backs away. Interestingly enough, we're not seeing a mech rush coming out from the Underlord. He's going for the hood first.
That's interesting. I think the hood is more for his personal safety, and then he's gonna go and get the breach as well.
So nighttime kicks in. A5 even Skara the double damage rune here for Paddling. As Pasol and Pinkman move on the cover of a smoke towards the middle lane.
Yeah.
Ova and No Chance are already here though. They've kind of smelt this gank coming and are ready to set up a counter gank, but will they manage to is the question.
There's a DD on Viper as well. I don't think this is the best time to come to gank.
It really isn't. Pasol even drops an observer ward in the lane, so they've spotted everything out here.
I mean, the game might go too far out of hand if this nighttime goes badly for Signify.
Dodge a bullet for now, just hugging their towers. Pinkman is moving towards the top side in case someone TPs in there. But mate, they've actually gone in now. They risked it, and they're gonna get a reward for it as well. Paddling is down. Pinkman is controlled with the Dream Coil. Pinkman might go down as well. And you know, we talked about how Signify could be in trouble if the nighttime goes poorly for them. But it actually goes really well for them, and now they're in the driver's seat again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Signify aggressive Fire's warding isn't the best. They they just have this line of wards. They're pretty much looking at the same thing, and they don't really have any lane vision.
Mhm.
So they don't know that Blizzard is TPing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the fact that Blizzard's been active is really important because he's now on top of the net worth chart despite being far behind on the last hits charts.
I mean, they don't need 2 rune wards, honestly. And that 1 ward which they dropped to kill Crowley didn't come of use, so they're kind of a little bit behind on vision.
Aggressive 5 also has been disrespecting that glimpse. It's a maxed out glimpse on no chance, so pickoffs are really easy if you overextend and head up onto the high ground.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what happened to the Viper, right?
Yeah.
But he's still doing pretty well for himself. He's going to pick up the Dragon Lance.
Just Viper things.
Yeah. He's a nasty hero to look at. He's so ugly. Just got a model change recently, but I don't think that made him any better.
Yeah, I think he's pretty cool, man, actually. He's got like scales on his back and all that now, as opposed to like... He looked like a green kite before.
I mean, he does come in the trailer, right? So
Yeah.
they had to do some cool stuff.
I had to give him some makeup. Anyway, bottom. Looks like Pinkman is going to be running at extract, but that's the hardest kill in the game. Especially when he's got a pipe and infused raindrops. Monkey King. Oh, what? He's coming from behind. Negi's been spotted out here. Extract's going to drop all of his spells, but he will end up taken down. And Signify, unfortunately, cannot mount a reprisal here. A5 with a stolen illusory of Puzzle goes in, gets the lift as well, and pulls Blizzard closer towards his allies. Over, now tagged with the Jingu stacks. Negi going to work on him. The Dream Call connects onto 4 as Negi gets himself a double kill. The Static Storm is dropped as well, but it's not connecting on too many heroes. Pinkman isolated outside of it, but manages to make a break as Paddling comes on the front lines and flaps his wings. Flaps his manly wings at his opponents. Oh, Negi actually goes back for a triple.
Yeah, he actually might have chased down the pug. He saw the orb flying and he jumped to a tree and chased him down.
Aggressive 5 taking the lead now. 3,000 net worth in their favor, 3,000 EXP as well. I think some really good Dota here.
Not sure why the hurry to take the fight. I mean, no chance wasn't there in the fight. If he came on time, then he would have the 4-man Dream Call into the Static Storm, but that didn't really happen. So it was a little bit late on the Static Storm there.
Let's do a quick item check for A5. You've got a Solar Crest finished up on Negi. You've got a Dragon Lance on the Viper. The mech nearly complete on the Darks here. They're making some really good progress. Their items are coming online in good timing, and they're gonna find themselves a good foothold in this mid game. It may be daytime, but they have a darkness available. I'm gonna go looking for a pick off now. It's a wraparound. Over. Tagging E35 once with that mad damage. Blizzard just jumps at him. The ball, the vacuum, both connecting. Over gets taken apart, and then Blizzard is going to be focused out next. He's getting hit with those Jingu stacks slowly but surely. It will be his death. And now they're going in on Extract, but Extract is channeling up the Dark Whip and will make a break for it. Not before he gives Negi the Jingu stacks though. Meanwhile at mid, Extract, he actually went to the middle lane where Paddling was waiting for him.
Unfortunate. Face palm. One of those face palm moments, please.
A5 with blows all across the map here. They get themselves 2 kills? No, 3 kills including the kill on Nova and a tier 1 tower on the top lane. Everything seems to be going their way so far.
Crowley just went to initiate on the Viper, but looks like Blizzard disconnected.
Look at this though. Arrows are being drawn. Negi's already jumping over the treetops. Like the ape that he is.
TP time.
4 TP time. Oh man. I think it's in their best interest to just run away.
Puppy paws coming out. Puzzle paws. That's what we're gonna call it now.
Actually, it was Ova that paused, I think, right?
Oh, that's true. Actually, Signify had their DC, so.
Not sure what happened there. Why they were disconnected. Given that they're all sitting in the same house, I guess one of their PCs crashed or something. This game, I mean, it feels like Aggressive Fire were just dominating all over the map, but it could go wrong for them at a moment's notice. The big ticket item that you should be looking for is the Blink Dagger on Nova, but unfortunately, that's a long way off for now because there's going to be a lot of synergy between Nova and Disruptor in the mid game phase. Oh, well, I should say the late game phase now, given the way this game is progressing.
A Monkey King is still going to be a hard king kill though, because he has the Solar Crest. PA is not being able to do much against it.
Hmm. I mean, PA's almost got the Tessolator finished up as well. Just one hammer to go before it's done. Pinkman, he's on the absolute other side. So this is a major pincer trap that's being set up onto Signify. I mean, you just gotta right click and run away at this point. Nope, they're going in for this. They are committing. Ova runs forward. There's 3 poison attacks hit on 3 different targets. The Glimpse sends A35 right back to where he came from. They get the 1 kill, but from behind, here comes Negi. It's disrupted as down without dropping the Static Storm, and Ova, he's trying to make a run for it. He's been hit with 3 stacks on the Jingu Mastery. Negi though, unable to get back in. Blizzard, he jumped right back into the fray. They've got the Firestorm in the pit of Malice. Pinkman ends up going down. Signify, they're actually doing it. It's a double kill for Blizzard now as Negi comes in with the Jingu stacks loaded and ready. They're going for A35, who's isolated out of position, but is running back towards his teammate with a mech pop as well. The Boundless Strike though finishes up on Blizzard as X-Drag is now being focused. Negi, not gonna get tagged by the Firestorm.
This game feels a little bit funny in terms of the way the fights are taken. They go on the Viper, 3 guys TP in, 4 guys walk in. I think they take it a little too lightly. The game.
Yeah, oddly enough, they glimpsed A35 back towards the secret shop and then he just surged and came running back into the fight.
Yeah, he used like 4 surges in the entire fight. You start from the one which he gets getting glimpsed back again.
Yeah, this should be his dead. Ova's in the fray as well. They tagged him. He's got a surge in 3 seconds. Oh, nice vacuum, but not nice enough. Gonna get tagged him. Oh, no way. No way. No chance is not happy with that. He wants this kill.
Just had vision on him the entire freaking time. Have you seen Paddling move out of this lane yet?
You're right.
He dies, he comes back here. I can see why Crowley gets triggered by when playing against Viper.
So he's got himself up to level 9 now. That's pretty respectable for a support, I have to say. But looks like everyone in this game is keeping pace. Night Stalker's also at level 8 himself. He's actually the lowest level hero in this game. Ova making good progress towards his Blink Dagger. We're looking at a possible 22 to 25 minute dagger on this Slaughter. And it's a go time for Aggressive 5.
Monkey King is actually hitting pretty hard. He has an Echo Saber and a Solo Crest, so not only is he tanky, he's also hitting hard.
Echo Saber's still way off. For now it's just the baseball bat.
Crowley
got out.
Silenced.
RIP.
Did he have a Blink Dagger, but had a Blink Dagger. I don't know why he didn't blink out.
I mean, he was silenced and hit with the Urn, etc. Right? So how do you think out of that? They've got the vision advantage with the Night Circle, so they see him first and can silence him from Fog of War.
That's true.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's a mech for Extract. At least, hopefully, now they group up together.
But A5, they've got a full Greaves of their own, so A35 is having a ball of a time this game. They're going for the tier 2 at bottom. Signify just trading for the tier 1 at top. Ova will claim the money for it, and with that, this Blink Dagger will come online.
And not the earliest timing. I've seen, like, for example, when No Chance plays, he gets it pretty fast. But I guess that's just a change of playstyle.
They're gonna Dark Rift towards the middle lane to take 2 tier 1 towers for the price of their 1 tier 2.
It always feels funny, man. It's like the Avengers Assemble scene where just 5 heroes just pop up.
Here comes Rubik. He can actually steal. Nah, that would have been a bit of Malice or Firestorm that he would steal. Anyway, Night Stalker getting tagged here. He's actually inside the kinetic field as well. They're gonna let that tier 1 tower stay alive for now. They've done a fair bit of damage on it.
They had to sacrifice their bot tier 2 though. So the jungle's not as safe as it was. I think Rosh will be the next point of contention though. I mean, if I don't have the best lineup for taking it, but I think with the Solar Crest, the Viper and the Monkey King, they should be able to.
They now got the full Echo Saber finished up for Negi as well, so it's gonna add to his damage output and his Jingu stack timing. I think Signify just waits for 2.5 minutes, and once it's daytime, they go in.
I think their plan is to keep farming and try and get kills with the glimpse as and when possible.
Yeah.
They had the right idea in the mid lane as well, trying to get 2 tier 1s. Didn't work out, but they need to make plays like that happen more often.
No chance. It's just going for the Aghanim Scepter. Raw Aghanims, nothing else for him.
Oh, I really feel bad for this PA, man. There's a Halberd and a Solar Crest. What is he supposed to do? Try and jump the Rubik, probably.
A5 are just... They've got everything down to a science here, you know. Okay, PA is gonna chew the hell out of our brains. Let's get Halberds and Solar Crests.
And just no one else doing a lot of damage. Rowley just has Blink Dagger.
Smoke time. They're gonna go in near the Rod Pit. Crowley on the front lines. Extract is a little further behind, but here comes the rest of Aggressify. They've actually gone to the pit themselves. It's a fairly precarious spot to be standing in. Here we go. Rubik taken apart when going on a warring expedition, and with the death on the Rubik, A5 just scatters in the wind. Crowley has to deal with his long lost green friend, the Viper, once again, and he has no illusory orb to get away to. He gets silenced. There's not going to be a Dream Coil dropped either. I don't know what prompted him to jaunt forward beyond the Rosh Pit there.
I think that's one of those plays you do after you play an entire day of Dota. You're like, ah man, too tired to even think. Just YOLO it.
But because of that, he's going to give up Roshan now, and A5 will find themselves in a cushy spot. Dom, what are you doing? Extract!
Extract?
I was
I
expecting
don't know what
like
that
an
played.
Aegis steal or some shenanigans like
I was
that.
just gonna walk in, take this, and just TP up. Meanwhile, no chances, back at it.
I
Solo
swear
pushing
I'd have fallen off my chair if he did that, man.
Just walked in and taken the.
Yeah. Oh wow, meanwhile. Threatening with the crush, but Pinkman gets sent back. That was just the plan here from No Chance, wasn't it?
But unfortunately, the tower will get denied. I think that's okay. They still have all the ultimates to fight the mid lane fight. Don't really need Underlords. Just need him to come in with the Greaves. Neki. He has a lot of vision to work with. I think they might need to go back because Blizzard is pushing out the top. Puck should be able to defend this wave.
Negi is just hanging about here, sitting on top of a tree. A tree on top of a tree. This is like Train Protector's wet dream.
I think Signify are playing it slightly more efficiently though, because they have pushed in both the side lanes, and mid lane is honestly taking quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
The
problem is that Signify don't have mana on Nova, so there's really no way they can fight this tier 2.
Yeah, Over's gonna TP back, but I think Crowley is still here to put the pressure in the bot lane. So.
A5 have actually taken the bait. They just ran away.
Yeah, they wasted too much time. That's the problem with Monkey King. Not really a hero who hits a lot of towers.
Yeah, and up until he gets a BKB, he's very susceptible to being dropped out as well.
Crowley needs to be a little bit careful. Yeah.
He should have spotted the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A35 season. Negi. He's probably going to dispel the smoke on No Chance. Yeah, he dispelled it.
Yeah, but they still might be able to go for Pasolio.
I don't think he saw... Actually, yeah, he saw him with that Observer ward.
It's just over, unfortunately. Blizzard had walked back to the creep wave.
A35 sent a little further back to his own tier 2 tower. Negi is coming back in here. Ova getting run down. Finally gonna get the blink away. That was a stolen amp damage thrown upon him, and now the Dark Drift will take the passenger away to safety. All the while, Crowley's just been bottom. Split pushing in, chipping away. Behind though is Muscle. Blizzard jumps upon him, but he gets lifted and thrown away. But Blizzard crits him to death before he can go invisible. Negi coming into the party here. This is a bad idea for Negi, I think. Here, going up against a PA and Crowley Puck, as well as O1 now who's entered the party as well. All the Blizzard has to do is stand far and throw daggers at Negi. At the Negi Monkey King, and they can kite around him and bring him down slowly but surely. But instead, they're going to back away.
I don't think Blizzard is at a position where he can 1v1 Monkey King. There's too much tankiness and there's too much mischance coming from that.
Yeah, but I guess that works both ways.
Yeah. So Blizzard looks like he's going to queue up the BKB. I think damage will be an issue if he just straight up picks up the BKB though. He's going to need a Monkey King bar as well, because there is a Halberd and a Solar Crest.
Yeah. I do like the Solar Crest first on Negi, by the way. It's a little known fact about
definitely.
the Solar Crest is that when cast upon an enemy, it actually gives you 35% accuracy versus them. So it's one of the better ways to deal with the PA evasion. It's a cheap, cost-effective way to deal with PA's evasion.
Yeah, I also honestly think that the BKB doesn't solve a lot of problems for Blizzard. Like, for example, the Halberd can be put through. Looks like he's been gone on.
Yeah,
Silenced as well.
Here as well. Got the slows coming out. The Pit of Malice controlling them for now, but can Blizzard blink away? The Boundless Strike stuns have kicked in. He can't quite blink out. He blinks further out, but he's got a Night Stalker waiting for him there. Wall vacuum completely whiffing there from 835, but it doesn't matter. They got the kill on the Phantom Assassin and will take a tower on the back of it.
Yeah. And immediately both the sidelines are getting pushed out by Signify.
Yeah, but
they're probably not going to be able to get a tier 3 because of this pressure. Crowley needs to come back and defend though. He shouldn't be the one pushing out the lane. It should rather be someone like a disruptor.
Yeah, aggressive 5. Wow, they're actually going high ground with this. They've got a 20-second window without a Phantom Assassin. They want to possibly force out a buyback. They've still got some of their ults online. I mean, their ults are not the most worrisome factor at this point. It's more about the nighttime being online and, well, the fact that they had the Aegis.
Yeah, it's a pretty effective trade though from Signify. They got the bot tier 2 down to very low, and they got the top tier 2. So
did No Chance take out the top tier 2?
No, it was Crowley who pushed out the lane. No Chance was there with him.
Alright, I see. Blizzard has his PKB online now, so they're looking to find someone with this. Ova's going to be leading the charge, but they're running into the nighttime vision here. Seeing some blinks and retreats coming out from aggressive 5. 3 more minutes until daytime, and then there's going to be a darkness to work with as well.
Why are there 2 wards right outside the Signify base though? What are those 2 meant to do?
Looks like a mistake.
It's definitely a mistake. I mean, again, the problem with A5's warding is that they're only seeing a specific part of the map outside the base.
Got the Yules this time around, but he's not going to be able to get too far out. Okay, he did have the phase shift as well as the John. So he gets a little further far out. Has the Dream Coil expended as well, but is not going to be able to survive.
Yeah, it's definitely not been the best game from Crowley. Ever since the laning phase, he didn't really get off to a good start, and it's not really translated into some flashy plays from either.
I don't know if you call this out, but he's got a blade mail on the Viper as well.
Yeah.
Who the hell does Phantom Assassin right click this game then?
I mean he has BKB, right? But the problem is...
BKB doesn't work versus blade mail.
Yeah, I mean, the other problem is there is Halberd. So I don't think he needed to go blade mail. Just the Halberd was enough.
And he's going for a butterfly next. He's got a Halberd and a Talisman of Evasion, plus a possible Solar Crest thrown upon him.
Negi needs to be careful.
No one's gonna catch him though. A5 are playing some good Dota though. I mean, no discredit to them. They're playing some really good Dota, running around the map, making space, finding pickoffs, and now aiming for Crowley. Here comes the cavalry though. Signify sounds the bugle, misses the charge, and misses the crush. But it doesn't matter. Glimpse into crits, into magic damage. Pageman is down, and A5 have to retreat.
Yeah, these are pretty much the only kills with Signify getting though. The ones where they glimpse in someone way back into their own territory. Like,
Yeah, this is just like putting a band-aid on your wounds temporarily. It's not exactly a cure for Ebola. I mean, at this point, that Viper, I just don't see him dying in this game anymore. Even if he dies, he's going to take someone down with him with that blade mail.
even the monkey is pretty tanky. So
I
I'm gonna
think
pick
the
up a
most crucial component, the most important hero on the side of Signify now is No Chance with his Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor.
yeah. Prevent the blade mail and the halberd from coming. I actually haven't seen any static storm which have been.
Yeah, he's gonna die again without dropping it at all. Owa and No Chance have to play the best two-man Dota that I've ever seen in my life if they want to come back from this, because Negi is walking all over them right now. Rat Toro is the name of the game. They're gonna try and take a tier 3 on the top lane here. Just forcing some TPs back. It will be the Monkey King that comes in first with his Shadow Blade expended. He's chasing Blizzard. No Silver Edge just yet, so that break will not kick in. Blizzard is gone back in here for one stray dagger, and now he's gonna have to BKB and TP on out of here. Negi not able to get the Boundless Strike stun off in time.
Yeah, but I mean that still keeps delaying the game.
Oh, he just walked out and Roshan respawned. Bad luck.
I don't think Signify are interested in Roshan at this point.
No, I
They
meant
just use their BKB on the PA. They don't really want to fight.
Well, they do want to fight. They're gonna smoke and go during the daytime.
They're going for the Viper. They're headed towards the Viper.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful to watch. I'm calling it, man. Team wipe. Signify is gonna lose as long as there are TPs coming in. There you go. Start with the crush. Hitting evasion. Kicking in the blade mail pop. Now what? I can't, man. I can't. This is ridiculous.
He died.
Blizzard hits him like 5 times and only one of those hits connects. Extract immediately taking his team out and bailing.
Wow. What a play. 5-man smoke into a Viper. Spend an eternity killing him. 5-man TP out.
I'm really surprised that Aggressive 5 didn't mount a better defense there. What the hell happened? Where was Negi in that entire skirmish?
They didn't TP in, all of them didn't TP in at the right time. One of them TP'd on the shrine, and I think the Night Stalker also got caught in the static storm, so he couldn't really do anything.
Okay, they're gonna go for Rosh now. With the amp damage and the Desolator, they're gonna go to work on him. That will be a quick Rosh takedown, but A5 are aware of this. But the darkness is worn off. It's actually a really good timing window for Signify to fight here. Here we go. It's going to be Disruptor again taken down, but he didn't have the static storm to work with anyway. Roshan still going down slowly but surely. Put the amp on Roshan. Oh, what a vacuum pulls them out of the pit. As Blizzard says, alright, you want to fight? I'll take you on. Ova gets a 2-man crush, but where is Blizzard to follow it up? They jump in, they bring down 835, and now they're turning their attention towards the Night Stalker, who's taken apart as well. While Negi comes in at the cover of the Shadow Blade, going to work onto Extract's Underlord. He is going to get taken apart, and Paddling will move into the pit to finish what his opponents started. Crowley, what are you doing, man? He's going for the Aegis steal. They're gonna get the Aegis! They got the Roshan as well. Blizzard picks up the Aegis, but he's disarmed. It's a stare down. Blizzard versus Negi. It looks like Blizzard will win that contest. Loses the Aegis and comes back in. I heard a cheese being consumed as well. It was Crowley that ate the cheese and comes back on full HP. Owa will die. Pasol is on the run. He has an amp damage stolen, but he's gonna end up in the grave as well. I don't know how they did it, but Signify wiped the floor with Aggressive 5 and even take that Roshan.
Yeah, I think the call came out from Crowley to actually go back in, because the other two had already walked up. Ova and Blizzard had already walked up to the shrine. They were waiting for Crowley, but
They have a sentry and a glimpse and a coil and a dust. And now it's official. It's gonna be a 5-man wipe. With Blizzard coming in to finish the job.
I think Signify have something to say about this game. They were really not happy with the loss they got handed last time by A5. They want their revenge.
Clearly they're taking this seriously.
I mean, ideally they wanted to have a perfect online phase, but they already dropped a game this phase as well, so that's clearly out of the question. It was an entertaining game, so.
Aggressive 5 though. I mean, I haven't seen them come back from getting spooked like this in the past. The biggest issue with a hero like the Monkey King is he's, no matter what stage of the game you hit, he is still susceptible to being brought down quickly.
Yeah, he dies pretty fast. And
There's-
it's hard to kind of mitigate the damage in that sense. Like,
Look at this.
you just get burst down.
Caught without his blade mail, hit with a static storm, tripped to death as well. But Blizzard, he's missing everything on him. Look at this, man. He survives through most of it and finally ends up dropping. But A5 just not in a position to fight back here. They're looking to go in. The Wukong's command cancelled with the stun. Blizzard going on the sidelines, going on to the dark sphere, doesn't get a trick. The RNG gods haven't favored him just yet, and now they're trying to run from this. No BKB on Blizzard, he's got to be careful. No chance, still sitting on the high ground there. Another dagger thrown, a dagger's a crit. Pinkman gets hit with it as Blizzard jumps into the party here. And looks like he's going to be brought down finally. Now it's aggressive 5's turn to turn things around. Extract doesn't have a dark whip to bail his buddies out of this. He's just going to keep fighting with his allies. But his allies are dropping one by one. Behind is Crowley and No Chance running from Pinkman's Night Stalker, but Pinkman showing no signs of stopping here. Crowley walks forward, jaunts outwards.
I think they should have bailed earlier. There was no real reason to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if it meant that Blizzard had to die, you should have just left him and gone there. Now No Chance is going to end up losing his life as well. This long, extended chase ends up with aggressive 5 getting themselves 3 kills, losing their Viper. That's the biggest issue though. When you go on the Viper first and you can't finish him off before his blade mail is popped, you expended your entire BKB duration, a static storm, a crush, revealing your positions. And then A5 says, okay, what else you got?
I mean, since they're using everything on the Viper, if Darkseer can be a little bit more clutch, they can even save the Viper and then take the team fight from there. Negi's hitting the backlines really hard. He's actually being able to zone out the puck just by himself, which is not really something you normally see.
Pinkman going towards his Aghanim Scepter here. Now Blizzard is going to go on the front lines and do his bit to keep the farm rate rolling. Meanwhile, Crowley is chasing here. He's got that Aghanims on that Dream Coil as well, so it's going to help versus the Viper and versus
out.
the...
I think we're at that stage though where Signify feel that they managed to recover from a deficit, so I'm not too upset about it.
I think they know that this Viper's here. Look at that, Over leading the charge. Oh, they know that the Viper's here for sure. Crush to start things off. Amp damage upon him, and he's down without a blade mail expended.
Wow, and they didn't even use the static storm. What was that crit coming in from Blizzard? And that was a bash as well. Yeah, that was probably a basher as well.
They got a halberd finished up on Slara, by the way. It's gonna work versus Neki quite well.
Yeah. Yeah, even Blizzard is close to his Manta style, so he can actually take out the halberd charge from himself. The disarm, I mean. Not bad.
Games from Signify.
They just played it patiently.
We kind of thought that they were okay with giving up the game and whatnot, and that A5 were gonna steamroll them sometime in the middle, but
we also have to remember a very crucial factor that both the teams are going for the same movie. So they also want the game.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hurt.
The game needs to get over. Because, I mean, if you're Indian, you don't waste time. You don't spend money and buy tickets and not go for movies. Our parents didn't raise us like that. So hard choices.
I'm yet to see it being put to the fullest possible use. Now Blizzard no longer going to be stuck to overstepping his bounds, and his teammates are going to do everything they can to protect him. It really feels like A5 being backed into a corner now.
Yeah, I mean, they can't be as aggressive as they were before, for sure. Because of the way the Viper keeps dying.
Yeah.
I mean, they realize that he's not invincible.
He
thought he was.
Finished the Hurricane Pike instead of the Butterfly. This is a DD Phantom Assassin, by the way, who's got his eyes set on the Viper, but Viper will Blade Mail and force stuff away. The darkness has been baited, and it's still natural daytime.
I think, but Signify still want to fight. They have the DD.
Yeah, I think they're okay with just waiting the darkness out though. I mean, TD or not, makes sense. How long till Roshan's back up?
A5 already back in the base, so don't think it's gonna amount to a fight. Darkness baited out.
Yeah,
DD
this is
used
still a
up.
good 2.5 minutes before it's daytime, before it's natural nighttime. So I think this is a window for Signify to make something happen. Maybe
Interesting.
take
PA is going for a diffusal blade. I would have rather seen him finish up some raw HP.
Then again, there are
Knockdown.
Ghost Scepters coming out. Got one picked up from on Pasol already. The good thing about PA is she hits like a truck anyway, right? You can afford to get these utility items, and it's not like Diffusal doesn't really add on to her damage output. It's agility for an agility hero plus the feedback effect for the bonus damage.
He's actually not doing too bad on agility. Has a Manta as well, right? He's building up on armor against the Viper.
Extract. He's gonna force stuff to the low ground, and Wukong's command has been baited out along with a 5-man rotation towards him.
Mocha is looking for Stragnus.
Everyone's grouping up. Darkness has been popped. 8:35. Gonna get on out of there for now. This engagement's gonna fizzle out.
Yeah, Signify just looking for 1 or 2 pickoffs and then they want to force high ground. It's not as easy to just walk up because then probably your BKB charge gets baited on the PA. I mean, still 7 seconds.
What's the game plan here for aggressive? Clearly, they've lost control of the game by the looks of it. How do you pull it back? What's the next big item? What's the next big movement you make?
I guess you wait on your smokes and try and connect them. It's really hard because you know that the team has buybacks. So you have to hope for a miraculous team fight after that as well. So definitely not.
But there's also the fact that Monkey King is no longer a damage dealer in the face of the Phantom Assassin, right? You break him, he Manta Styles out of it. You disarm him, he BKBs out of the break, and then Manta Styles out of the disarm. So he's got many ways to deal with whatever A5 are throwing at him. So essentially, Negi's going to need himself a BKB for his own survival, plus an MKB for the damage output. It's such a tall order, and to add to that, he's only queued up a Diffusal Blade here. And he's done. Disarm, Manta style. You gotta be joking, okay. He goes down.
Just about.
No chance, meanwhile.
They need to push out the bot lane though before going mid, but looks like they're making a beeline. Nick should have buyback though, he does.
And this tail is gonna take a fair amount of damage, man. This is 3 range creeps in the lane, but the next creep wave is so far back, I don't think it matters. Yeah, they're gonna have to force the buyback on Negi here. It's nighttime. It's darkness actually. There's a good 3.5 minutes till night, so this is really the best opportunity for Signify to go in. Stolen Pit of Malice, gonna be quite the nuisance here. They have the Manta, they have the BKB, but they're not willing to commit just yet. Blizzard focusing on the buildings. A5 focusing on Blizzard. Daggers being thrown left and right. The tier 3 getting straight into base. There's the back with the wall. The BKB has been popped. Blizzard just going for the building, not focusing anything else. He'll take the building and he'll blink strike out. Signify disciplining themselves to not overcommit. The glimpse is there, the one Pinkman, and now they're gonna get the skill off on him. There's no wall to work with. The static storm is on 2. It's perfect. Blizzard with a double, going for the triple, gets disarmed for now, but throws a dagger onto the Viper. 2 buybacks coming out from aggressive 5. And Negi of all heroes did not buy back just yet.
I think Negi's decision to not buy back when the initial vacuum wall happened. I think that was I think they could have gotten some kills if he did buy back. Probably a slight bit of a mistake from him, holding on to his buyback there.
Yeah.
He does have it now for the next fight, but that was a very, very expensive hold. 2 buybacks. And they lost a tier 3 and a shrine. And they're going to lose Roshan now. So.
Yep, the gods have completely blessed Signify right now. Roshan responding with the DD rune outside of his home. And well, the fact that Negi chose not to buy back up. Yeah, I agree, that's a decision-making slip-up coming out from them. But it is nighttime now, maybe they can make something happen, but it's still not an Aghanim Scepter on the Night Stalker, so they don't have that flying vision advantage that they were hoping for. And No Chance has a blink in addition to the static storm that's now cooled down.
Crowd is about to hit 25 as well. He's gonna get that gold rolling as soon as
Unless he
possible.
goes, yeah, I don't think he's gonna go for the orb speed, right?
He is pretty poor actually if you look at it.
Oh, 835 tagged mid TP. And yeah, that is a confirmed kill. No buyback. That's actually a dieback on him.
Yeah, they know that as well. This should be the signal to go down mid. They know that's the dieback on him.
Yeah, they definitely know, and they definitely should be going for the mid lane. Blizzard is actually looking for a kill on Viper, but that's such a risky move. They got the Aegis and the Blade Mail's on cooldown for about 15 seconds. Oh, they found a straggler. They found two actually. Pinkman's gonna make a run towards the north side, and Blizzard is gonna continue chasing him. They disable the minute on him as well, but where's the crit? Finally, it comes out. Both Pasol and Pinkman taken out, and now Viper's in trouble as well. Tag rips an amp. Taken apart bit by bit. Piper will buy back, Negi will be focused, but none of the others have a buyback on the side of Aggressive 5, and this looks like it could be all she wrote. A5, losing heroes left, right and center, and now going to start losing buildings as well.
It's Negi and paddling versus the world here. I don't think they can hold this.
They definitely
a random crit will be their demise here.
Really, they've still got an Aegis available on Blizzard, and I believe there should be a cheese as well. Yeah, Crowley's still holding on to a cheese. Here we go. Blade Mail. Pop there, and then you've got a tag on him with the Atos Amp as well as the Grims. Bye-bye, Viper. That's a dieback on him, and Aggressive 5 look like they're about to drop their first game of the ESL India Premiership Fall Season 3. Signify will continue to be their kryptonite and will move through the day undefeated. Yeah, they actually haven't dropped a single game today, Signify.
Some endgame banter.
Viper pickup. Alright guys, it's been an absolute pleasure casting a whole bunch of matches for you today. Hope you guys have had a blast as well. We were watching the ESL India Premiership Fall Phase 3. This, in Gambit's opinion, concludes the Fall Phase 3, and we've now got our teams moving to the Fall LAN.
No, I mean there are playoffs which are gonna happen.
Oh yeah, of course there's gonna be playoffs, right? But yeah, we know for a fact that some teams have confirmed their slots for the LAN. So do come down to Hyderabad if you're going to be there. Book your tickets.
Alright, so with that game, we do come to an end of day 14 of the ESL India Premiership September session of the fall season. Signify bagging that victory after a very interesting performance from Team Aggressive 5. So tomorrow we are going to head into the final rounds of this tournament. It is going to be the promotion relegation matches that happen for Clash Royale, Counter-Strike and Dota 2. So we'll be live tomorrow, same time, 6:30 p.m. IST, and I hope to see you there with more fun, more action from the ESL India Premiership. Stay tuned tomorrow and good night for now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes.